888-222-4782 or visit chulavistaresort.com.
Truth Nation, let us talk our ish for a moment. There is no other station in the country where you get a front row seat to hear from some of the biggest names in politics, pop culture, and sports. People like Grammy Award winner John Legend.
Knowing that fight isn't over, knowing that we've got to stay motivated and stay inspired. Glory was the song that myself and Common wrote. Two brothers from the Midwest, from Chicago and from Springfield, Ohio.
Oscar Award winning actor Don Cheadle.
I know that we're the bright, shiny thing that sometimes gets the attention, but I would say don't listen to celebrities. You don't have to listen to us. Listen to yourself.
And President Donald Trump's son, Don Jr.
When did we have a strong economy? And I don't think anyone with a straight face can say right now. And the reality, when you look at it, it's not even voting for my father. Look at the team that's now surrounding him.
Tap into the award-winning and nationally recognized 1017 The Truth by downloading the Truth app and streaming us live at 1017 The Truth on YouTube. Milwaukee Black Talk. You are listening to the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations. 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. Psst, we bought that action. The place for the realest conversations.
I appreciate United Garden Homes for stopping through with a check for $2,000.
Yes.
Some people came through anonymously.
Yes.
Dropped off money. The family has received those funds. And whatever you can do, if everybody do a little, nobody has to do a lot.
The movement continues.
Did you ever think that you would be in this position right now where your daughter would have some way lose her life?
I didn't want to believe it. All the times I called, sometimes the phone would ring and ring and ring for days. I didn't want to know that she had successfully committed suicide.
What are some of the conditions in the jail that got people upset, like the living conditions on a day-to-day basis?
We'll come out our cell at 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll get food and we'll get medication. So that shortens the time. Out of those 2 hours, we'll probably get an hour out, and then we'll have to lock back down. And by lock back down, I mean we're staying in our cell. We get fed in our cells. We don't come out our cell at all, and that's pretty much the biggest problem. And they simply say that they're short-staffed, but that's not enough because they knew that they were going to be short-staffed. Like, this has been a problem for over 2 years now.
The marathon continues.
There's never been a better time to make change in the city of Milwaukee, starting with the youth. And we talked about the housing. Willie Hines, y'all boy Willie Hines, and they trying to change the leadership over there. We got our hands full, and it's not the time. But we got attorney B. Ivy Lamar on the lines right now, calling from the courthouse. How you doing, attorney B. Ivy Lamar?
Hey, what's going on, Tory? I'm good, man. Happy to be here.
Joining me on the line, Dr. Umar Johnson. How you doing, brother, Dr. Umar Johnson?
Peace and Pan-Africanism, good brother, Black Power, to all my brothers and sisters in Milwaukee, Kenosha, Green Bay, Racine, and across the state of Wisconsin.
Yo, peace, King. I'm going to stand with you and walk with you, brother.
God bless you.
Because I think it's an important thing, what you're doing, and you need to have the support of the community. Regardless if we live in these areas or not, it all affects us in one way or shape or form.
It's time for that action and all the smoke. This is the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association award-winning Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube.
Yam, tam, jam.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, wow.
Man, best show in the world, bro. You got the best show in the world. Hope you know that, man.
God bless you, brother. I appreciate that.
Speak up to you both. Thank you so much. Tory, you spoke to my kids. Liz, you did too. But you spoke to my kids, and when I tell you both that they was talking about what we did earlier that morning all day, that's literally what they was doing. They was talking about it all day. My son was just hollering, awesome. Where's Tory? Like,
tell Tony, all aboard. It's okay to jump on the love train.
I'm not jumping on the love train.
We might got a couple seats left. left.
Listen, he ain't going to be, Jordan Love will not be the starter in 5 years.
Trash. That's a trash.
That's just my take.
Now you're trying to string it out.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
Well, I'll need some apologies from the staff of 101.7.
Oh, wow.
Wait a minute.
think the line's messing up. Hey, Eddie. Oh, I guess something happened with Eddie.
Up, boy.
And they have an agenda. And the agenda is a satanic one. I don't know why people don't talk about it. You can't talk.
Oh, yo, they just empty.
I want to make sure that I let you know that to hear a person and have a person like you in this community, the way that you are selfless, the way that you give, even when your cup is not even full, you are filling other people's cups. And that just inspires me to make sure that I help you the best way that I can by doing my part.
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm.
Now, live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is the king of talk radio, Tory Lowe.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show, live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue, and I'm here for the action.
And none but that action.
And I want all the smoke.
Who wants the smoke today?
Salute to all my brothers and sisters on the front lines. The marathon continues.
The movement continues.
How you doing, DJ Brother Z?
It's Monday.
And how y'all doing out there in Radio Land? Truth Nation. Thank you for joining me this June 9th, 2025. We got another powerful show for you today. So I'm gonna need y'all to open up your ears, okay? Hey, look, it's Monday. Y'all know how we get down on Monday? We got to get that Monday prayer. Let's get the miracle Minister Kevin on the lines. How you doing, Minister Kevin?
Hey, Tony, I'm doing good. How you doing today, bro?
Hey, I'm feeling powerful.
That's awesome. Just looking at you on YouTube with your award all in front of you and everything, just doing it up big. Huh?
Well, one of the many. Hey, you know,
I know. God, you got room for all
God's blessings. God's blessings. It's all glory to God. Salute to everybody in the chat that's joining the show today. Salute. Minister Kevin, how you feeling?
We're good. We need the positive things like that, your award and show. We need the positive things to kind of balance out some of this craziness that we're seeing every day in this world, man. It's just getting weirder and weirder. But the Bible says the love of many will wax cold, and we're seeing it every day.
Well, I'll say this. Since I was a kid, my grandma used to always go to Revelations, and she used to always, for some reason, Revelations was the one that she quoted the most. And, you know, it is what it is, but I think that God gives everybody a purpose and talent. And you got to keep your eyes on the prize. You got to keep moving no matter what. You can't look to the right or the left. You have to look straight. You got to stay on your purpose. You got to stay focused because you will, if you start paying attention to what's going on around you, it will distract you from what you're really put here to do.
Yeah, well, you ain't got to go to Revelation to see that. You can see that right when Peter was trying to walk on the water with Jesus. Mm-hmm. He was doing good, so he got distracted by the storm that was around him. You know, you see what's going on around you. You ain't paying attention to what's in front of you, Jesus in front of you. And he began to sink. And now, just like we have to yell out, Lord, save me. Lord, save me. So I'm drowning. It's drowning a lot, man. We drowned.
I just stay focused.
Last week,
I learned to stay focused. These tales in the Bible, these are just principles that you got to kind of extract and add to your life, to your walk. And like you said, once he took his eyes off Jesus, he fell in the water. But as long as he was focused, he was able to walk. Took a few steps.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's what I say. We got to keep going. Like I said about being in the woods. Just keep on walking. You coming out of it. Mm-hmm. But you got to walk straight. You don't hear all the sounds. It goes sounds just like when you first came in. All the yelling, distractions, everything. All the animals that scared you then, they on the other half too. But you got to just keep focused and going out. There's always going to be something that's going to try to drag you to the left or to the right. But stay focused, man. Keep an eye on the prize.
Hey,
you coming out that thing.
Like I said, I've been advocating for the last 16 years straight in the city of Milwaukee, and the only way I'm able to maintain is to keep focused on what's in front of me, and keep trying to get a result for what's in front of me, and things like that keeps me going and moving, and not hearing the outer chatter, distractions. There's so many things going on in life, at work, in the streets, and many times we take our eyes off what we're actually here, our purpose, our mission, and then we start sinking, ourselves. People say, Tory, how do you give all you can and not be able to take in for yourself? I said, some people have purpose and driven, and you're never going to sink on your driven purpose. God will never allow you to fail on your driven purpose, no matter how it looks.
But Tory, they thinking that you not receiving anything, because I know even last week you were saying you didn't take a penny, not 1 cent. If they think you ain't getting nothing out of it, they're 100% wrong. You are get something. Every time you see a result,
right,
you get something out of it.
Facts.
Just because they come in a monetary form does not mean you ain't get something out of it. Anytime you help somebody and make their life a little bit better, put a little bit more sunshine in their quality life, you'll get something out of it. It don't have to be what the reward they're looking for, because our reward is in heaven. You look for that heavenly crown. We ain't looking for nothing here that's going to be corruptible, or going to tarnish, that we could get stolen, lost, whatever. Here on this earth, we ain't worried about that. You're going to receive your reward. If your reward is the satisfaction that somebody's life just got a little better, they got some closure to something, that was the result, solution or something. That's what you're looking for.
Results, right?
They're looking for what they're looking for.
We're looking for the outcomes, tangible outcomes that we can build on. Like I said, if I can get an outcome that people can look at and say, okay, we got this, I encourage people that we can do it. We can build. We can shape. We can create. And many times people look outside themselves to do that. They'll look out for somebody else to come and do that. And I'll tell people, no, we can do it ourselves. And every time I can get a result with whatever the situation is, that's proof that we can make a difference and we can do it together, ourselves.
And people don't understand it. They see somebody there helping somebody. They're like, are you getting paid for this? It's like, no. Like, it's this family, somebody you know. They're trying to get an understanding of why you doing it. No, I don't know these people. I've never seen in my life. But that don't mean I ain't supposed to be here.
Well, like I said, we all God's children at the end of the day. And I always tell people, when your purpose is going to serve God's children, that's it. That's all the Spirit is going to move you to do. And it's going to have the fruits of the Spirit. And like I said, you always got to judge people by the fruit of the labor. You can't, people will out-talk you, people will out-walk you, people will say all kinds of stuff, but you got to judge the fruit by the tree. You got to understand there's fruits of the Spirit, and then you judge the person by the fruit that they exemplify. It sounds easy.
Yeah.
But some people don't even know that to do that much. They'll listen, they'll fall for whatever. They'll fall for the okie doke because they're looking at the words, they're not looking at the action.
But you say that people are called to help. We all called to help, though. It's not like this, Tory got this. He wasn't called to help.
That's
no,
their
we
problem.
are all called.
Hey, that's your problem. You got to figure it out. You got to figure that out. That's why I say I don't get involved in none of that. That ain't my problem that you don't.
Right.
Hey, God bless you.
Right, everybody don't answer the phone when it rings because you answer your call.
Hey.
Just because you answer your call don't mean that everybody didn't get a phone call.
Hey.
You got a phone call, you just didn't answer. You thought it was spam. Right. No, it was God. He called you to do something, and you just didn't want to answer. Or you're like, no, you got the wrong number or something. Hey. No, he got the right number. He called you to do it. And we gotta answer that call because we all are called to help.
Right.
Everybody do a little, everybody got to do a lot. So everybody get on in and answer their call, whatever it may be. Because, even with the Shade Robinson issue thing, they got a tangible outcome that they like and everything, but it's not over. The family's still going through this. Right. Because they got a verdict that came their way does not mean that their suffering is gone. Does not mean that they don't still need support from the community. It's continuous. I can't imagine losing my child, and especially in such a horrific manner, and thinking that once I get a verdict that I'm okay now, I can go back to playing basketball in the park and doing this. No, my life is forever ruined, So this is not a one-time shot. People need to continue on, not just with the Scarborough family, with Sade, but everybody that has lost a loved one. I was at a gun violence, put the guns down kind of thing this weekend, Friday, and I met a decent brother, Jameer Blue, and he like to help as well. People like to get out and help, and that's good. Right. People need to know their calling. Just whatever it is, just help at whatever little bit you can. If you just bring them water to an event, when there's a rally, just bring them water. I mean, that's good. People may forgot to bring water. They had their signs, their shoes, everything they may forgot to bring, or they ran out of water. So that's a blessing right there. Whatever you can do, be the best at it. Be the best water boy that it is, whatever it might be. Just help out any kind of way you can.
Well, I'll say this. Salute to everybody that is willing to get on the front lines. What the Bible said, the harvest is right, but the laborers are few. Yeah. You know what I mean? The harvest is there.
Few.
And we all called to be laborers, And this is how we're going to bring our community back around, by laboring and making sure that we do our part, and it can be turned around. I know a lot of times people say, I don't know what to do. And I'll say, no, you just got to tap in, go outside and tap into your neighborhood. Everybody can walk outside them front doors and see things in the neighborhood that they can get done. And you don't need a group of people to do that. You just need to have the ambition to make change.
And we need it. We definitely need it, because I was just watching the news. They talking about over the weekend, like 14 people were shot, 2 died. I mean, come on, this is the busy.
Right.
We ain't even hit summer yet. We ain't officially even hit summer yet.
Hey.
And this is already going down. We got to do better more. I mean, we so wrapped up with the verdict with Shadi, that's good, but we got to continue to stop all other violence. We good with having a show or whatever meeting to stop the violence, but we have to get on the street and stop too. We have to stop it in our homes. We have to stop it with the people we know. We know some young people. We have to talk to them. We have to mentor them. We have to try to find a job for them to keep them away from the streets and doing street things. There's no reason you should have your son walking out your house in 80-degree weather with a hoodie on and a mask on and all that. Put an end to that. Stop that. No, you don't need to dress like that. And I don't know what you plan on doing, but it ain't going to be here in my household. Take that mask off. Take that hoodie off. Dress like it's 80 degrees outside. We check the book bags, whatever. Search them. That's your kid. You don't have to talk about, it's illegal search. No, that's your kid. Check their room. See what they got in there. Ain't no privacy when it comes to all this violence that's going on in the city. You gotta be proactive in your kid's life. Not just sitting back, let them at 15 to 16 be out at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
You know what?
School night too.
You know what, Minister Kevin? Somebody had gave me a call and said the neighbors was playing the music to 3 in the morning, the adults, and these kids are being raised by, they say it's a difference between parents and people with kids. And so you got these examples out here of adults that are egging on a lot of the idealisms that we're fighting against to try to stop. And that's why I say, like, we all have to, as a community, we have to collapse on our neighborhoods all at once. We can't continue to allow division. We can't continue to allow people to cause discord. We got to start saying, hey, what can we do?
Well, whatever you're going to do, especially in situations like that, whatever you're going to do, use wisdom, use tact. You know, don't just go busting, kicking their door. Turn that music down. That's not going to do it.
Well, you know, like I said, but what I'm saying is those that are trying to make a difference, they're going to try to find the right strategies. You know, some people, I always tell people, when you want to go get that hamburger from McDonald's, you don't go in there and fuss and talk about, I want that hamburger. You go there and you go pay for it. You go there and you go there and you pay for it. It's the same energy. You just using it to get a hamburger. If you want to fix the community, you want that, you can go do it. It just may take a little bit more effort, but it's the same concept. If you want to do something, you can go do it if you want to.
We gonna do it, bro. We gonna do it one step at a time.
Well, look,
it all ain't gonna change right away.
Well, I appreciate you for giving us updates from the courthouse as well last week during the Sade Robinson trial, Minister Kevin. We appreciate those updates that you were giving from the courtroom. Many times when I'm on the air, I didn't know exactly what was happening, but thank you for getting in the chat, making sure that you kept the chat with real-time information. So we appreciate that.
As much as I could, because I don't want to get beat up by them deputies, by them seeing my phone up in there and to step out.
Well, I like everybody that's listening to the show and that's tapped in today to get on one accord as usual. You know how we get down on Monday with the Monday prayer, that we all get on one accord. And we thank you, Minister Kevin.
My pleasure, brother. Lord, it's been one trying week after another. Yeah, here we are preparing for the next week. But we know that tribulation brings forth patience, and you truly are the God of comfort in our time of hurt and sorrow. You are the lifter of bowed down heads and a way maker when we don't see a way. Now, Lord, we certainly thank you for having your hand in the case of our dear daughter of our community, Sade. But please continue to hold the families of all those who are suffering loss in your loving arms. Let love be the center of our interactions one with another, so that all the violence, all the hatred, all the prejudice, and reckless abandonment can cease. I speak life and life more abundantly in Jesus' name. Amen.
Anything else you want to say, Miracle Minister Kevin?
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm, stay focused.
All right. When we come back, we'll be joined in studio by Marquette Hall of Famer Tony Smith. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
And that's Tory Lowe, bringing you all the action and all the smoke.
Summerfest is back, and the award-winning 1017 The Truth has got you covered. With free tickets, Truth Nation, to the world's largest outdoor festival. Tune into The Truth all week and listen for your cue to call and a chance to win an 18-pack of tickets to Summerfest.
Benjamin, I know you lying.
No, Nutty Juice, you heard that right. It's an 18-pack of tickets so your friends and family can enjoy Summerfest on us. So stay tapped into The Truth so you do not miss your chance to enjoy the biggest party on the lakefront. Summerfest is presented by our founding partner, American Family Insurance.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Ready to join the fun? With Girl Scouts extended year membership from Girl Scouts,
you can sign up by June 30th and get up to 18 months of adventure through September 30th, 2026.
Girls starting kindergarten or first grade in 2025 will also receive 3 Get Ready with Girl Scouts activity books,
featuring games, crafts, and stories the whole family will love, for free. Plus, you'll even get a special gift from the Girl Scouts. Join today and get ready to grow, explore, and shine with Girl Scouts.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Me and my outside of the crib, blowing the smoke and rolling a few, shooting some dice and making a flip. We getting a lit, you know what it do. One of my homies said, I got a question I want to know. Like, what would you choose? If you had 24 hours to live, then where would you go and what would you do? I'm about to catch a few felonies, load up the trunk and then head to the Beverly's. How about the whipping and rob a celebrity? Take all the and then steal his identity. Strap on a vest and go kill all my enemies. Slap any hater that showed any jealousy. Shoot every broski that tried to get next to me. After the they all gonna remember me. Stick at the bank and the end of the draw. Get in the floor, take from the rich and then give to the poor. Give them the that they couldn't afford. Buy my cribs and then give them a tour. Whipping the Porsche, skirt on the cops and I'm flipping the law. Bury the ops and then dig up the car. Throw me a
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos joining me in studio. Marquette Hall of Famer Tony Smith. How you doing, Tony Smith?
Excellent. I was looking at the list. I don't know what I would do if I had 24 hours to live, though.
You wouldn't know what you would do?
I'm like, I don't know what I would do.
If you had 24 hours to live?
24 hours. Well, I don't know what I would do. I'm trying to think, like, what would I do?
Can you say it on the radio?
I'm like, I don't know what I would do.
You may go to one of them free calls. I don't know.
I certainly wouldn't do that.
You know what I would do if I really had 24 hours to live?
What would you do?
I would get my family together, all my close friends and family together, or whoever wanted to hang out with me for the 24 hours. I would spend the day with them.
Whoever could get there. What if they're out of town?
Well,
I'm talking
about just whoever is there.
Whoever's there.
I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it.
Whoever can make it.
Whoever can make it. I'm gonna eat breakfast with everybody to create memories. Then I'll probably eat lunch.
Well, you can pig out all day.
Well, eat breakfast.
Don't matter.
Because we're gonna die. But what I'm saying is,
that's what I say.
All I'm saying is just I'm gonna try to create that last memory. Am I in the bed laying down?
I'm trying to create the last memory for everybody else.
Yeah. But check this out. Am I in bed where I can't move? Or am I I'm like this?
You're you.
And then 24 hours, I'm gonna just drop dead.
Yeah, you're just gonna expire.
Okay,
you're fully functional.
I'm gonna make sure that I, have my close friends and family at one point. Then I'm gonna go and then we're gonna do something fun to about breakfast.
What's fun though?
Lunch.
It's your day.
No, we're gonna eat lunch. We're gonna hang out. I'm not moving around too much. I'm gonna just have social time.
Okay.
Then I say after lunch, then I think I'm gonna make my way toward like the church. And from that time until I expire, I'm gonna be on my knees praying.
What you praying about? It's over.
Just praying. Because I remember when I was a young deacon, we used to have Tuesday night prayer service. And we used to have to sit on the altar and pray for hours. So I'm used to that type of praying.
What you praying for at that point?
Just praying for the world, other people, family members, yourself, the things you want to do, church members. It used to be long and drawn out. So I would spend my last hours just meditating and praying. That's how I would do it.
I think some of the time I'm gonna go up to Augusta National, the course that you can't play, that you're just not gonna get on. I'm gonna go play some golf.
They're gonna let you in.
I ain't sleeping.
You think they're gonna let you in?
Well, they're gonna have to. If they don't let me in, I'm gonna force my way in.
You gonna go to jail. You gonna spend your last hours in jail.
They gotta catch me first.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Run.
Oh, you gonna hook up with them guys from New Orleans?
I think that this type of occasion, if I explain them, listen, I'm gonna be gone in 24 hours. I just want to play one time. I think they'll let you. I think they'll allow it.
What if you get one of them guys that was like, nope, you got to pay the fee?
No, because here's the thing. I believe that I have enough.
You got enough pull.
I got enough pull in that situation.
Okay.
That I know some people who could actually get it done. Help me get it done.
Okay, so that'll happen. So you out golfing.
That can happen.
So you out golfing.
I play golf.
So you finna play 19 holes of golf.
18 holes.
18 holes of golf.
Finna play 18 holes of golf. Shouldn't take about 3 hours. That's nothing. There'll be some get together with friends, family. Some.
Are they coming out to Augusta with you? I mean,
if they want to. Hey, y'all want to come out? Come on out. But not many of them are golfing. I'll probably get some buddies that want to come out. But, Augusta, I think they'll let me force them out
so
there.
You just going to be so you going to spend your last hour trying to get up the hill on the golf cart?
Nah, listen, that's 3 hours, 4 hours of the day.
Trying to get your golf ball out the sand pit.
I'm going to get that. My last hour, I'm going to
try to hit a hole in one.
I'm going to get a meeting with Trump.
Okay.
And right before I go, I'm going to slap the dog mess out of Trump. Bam!
All right, well,
I say, hey, Trump, this for everybody in my neighborhood.
Well, I don't think you could threaten the president. That might be a criminal offense.
I said that's what I would do if I was dying in the next 24 hours.
Well, I'm just saying you.
However, I would not know that. So this is no threat.
Can't threaten the president. But what I'm saying is, the thing is, when you got 24 hours to live, I think that I would want to get more in contact with the spiritual. Just kind of spend those last hours.
I wouldn't.
So you just gonna be okay? You got 3 hours.
I'm
to go.
doing that your whole life.
You only hold on. Golfing is only 3 hours. So you still got
golfing's basically 4 hours. Let's say 4 hours.
Okay, so you still got 20 hours.
Yep.
I
told you I'm hanging out with family like you are, hanging out with friends, doing some of that kind of stuff.
So you gonna go back? You still gotta fly back to where the family at.
Yeah. Okay.
So you on the plane?
George is a quick flight.
Here we go.
I got a private plane. It'll take a 2.5 hour flight, maybe. Big deal. I can have people on the flight with me, friends and family. Hey, I want to take this flight with me. Come on, I got a private.
On a private jet.
Got a private jet, a little charter.
I got you.
We're gonna live it up for a
all right,
bit.
Chad. If y'all got 24 hours to live, stick something in the chat. I guess this is Tony Smith vibration. What would you do with 24 hours left?
Chill.
He said he would go slap Donald J. Trump at the end. Hey, at the end. That's
at the end, that'd be my last motion, my last energy.
Well, when we come back, we got the Pop Culture Report with Marquette Hall of Famer Tony Smith. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
What if you could ask a question that leads to cleaner water, discover aspects of the far reaches of space, or journey deep into data to improve healthcare? Researchers at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee ask questions, find answers, and add to our understanding every day. Progress starts with the question. It starts at UWM, the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
They treated me like family.
They're actually people that you can depend on.
They made me feel seen. They really treated me like I was a part of their family, a part of their team.
They ask how you're doing, how you're feeling.
They're just so welcoming and so sweet and kind.
It's like family, caring about another member of the family.
If you've been injured, it costs you nothing to see if Gruber Law Offices can help.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Here is Sherwin Hughes with his truth.
Most people don't know that a county executive is a higher elected position than a mayor. Most people don't know what a state assembly representative does, a state senator, nor their function in overall state government. Most people, in fact, don't know what a school board representative actually does. Ask a person who their county board supervisor is, and they'll likely shrug their shoulders. Also, most people don't vote. We're in for a world of hurt. If we don't know the functions of our government at the very basic level, then we are not nearly equipped for what is going to happen to this nation for the next 4 years. All they had to do was tell unsophisticated folks gas prices are too high, inflation is too high, bacon and eggs cost too much. It's this guy's fault. It's this party's fault. Vote for us. Don't think about the criminal prosecutions. Don't think about all the malfeasance. Don't think about all of the misconduct and the corruption. We're going to make your bacon cheaper. We're going to make your eggs cheaper. We're also going to gut the FBI. We're also going to gut anything related to diversity, equity, and inclusion. We're going to shred this nation from the top to the bottom, all in favor of a handful of folks. How about this? Let's tell people that immigrants are actually the problem. And then Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon Musk will bring in the most highly trained immigrants this nation has ever seen. Why? Because Americans are none the wiser. Don't believe me? Look at public school children's performance, not just in Milwaukee, not just in Wisconsin, but nationwide. Get ready for a long ride, ladies and gentlemen. A very long ride.
This has been Truth Takes on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. With the Green Bay Packers set to begin mandatory minicamp on Tuesday, they are releasing star cornerback Jair Alexander. That is according to multiple reports after the team had explored a possible trade this offseason and a failed restructured contract negotiation. Over to baseball, where the Milwaukee Brewers fell to the Padres 1-0 on Sunday afternoon. They lost the game and the series, falling 2 out of 3 to the Padres. They'll open a series this evening against the Atlanta Braves. First pitch is set for this evening at 6:40. And lastly, over to the NBA, where the Oklahoma City Thunder have evened up the NBA Finals at 1 game apiece with a 123-107 win over the Indiana Pacers. Game 3 is scheduled for Wednesday. The Sports Update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody doing tonight? I'd like to welcome to the stage Tony.
Thank you. Far too kind.
Entertainment, current events, and trending topics. You get it all on the Culture Report with the Marquette Hall of Famer Tony Smith on the Tory Lowe Show. Here is your host, Tory Lowe.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. Pop Culture Report brought to you by Marquette Hall of Famer Tony Smith. We got to head over to Green Bay. Green Bay Packers releasing Jair Alexander.
7 years in.
Hey, they cut him with nothing in return.
It was a money thing. He was supposed to get $16 million this year.
Right.
And they can't afford that. They just can't afford it. They're saving $17 million cap space.
But he's still getting paid.
He's not getting paid $16 million. So,
they cut him, but they still owe him money.
Yeah, I'm reading it here. He was due a base salary of $16.15 million this season, plus the ability to make another $650,000. So, because they released him at the time they did, some of that money will go onto next season. So they're just trying to find money. A lot of these moves are trying to find money.
All right. Well, I'll say this.
He's been hurt a lot. It's just been a.
Why did they wait to this point to let him go? Was it because I got my own theory, but why do you feel that they let him go at this point after OTAs?
I think they were. I don't know. I don't know what they were waiting for, but they waited till they couldn't wait anymore because they had to do it before that June date or whatever the date was, June 1st. So that allows them to switch some of that money over and not count this year. But again, I think it's just a money move. But he's just been hurt too much. He's a great corner. He's been hurt too much.
I thought he could have been good for 10 games at least this season.
Right. But
I think that if we could have got 10 games out of him, 10 good competitive ideas.
Is that what you want?
Well, I'm talking about due to him being injured, we couldn't get nothing. So what I'm saying is he would have. I mean, because there was a point a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, where they thought that he may have a chance to stay on the team. After a couple months of them saying he's not going to stay on the team. So it was kind of an up and down situation. What I'm saying is, my theory is they waited to the last minute so all the teams that, because, they're not going to get anything from cutting them. So I believe that they held out so all the teams could get their players established. So when they cut him, he wouldn't make any money anywhere else.
But, I don't think that. Because mandatory camp hadn't even started yet. So.
But I'm talking about, like, a lot of teams have, filled their rosters up.
Well, I mean, they have, like, you have optional workouts. But mandatory hasn't started yet, so he's playing corner. It's not like he's learning a playbook. Defense learns schemes. So he's just got to learn a scheme.
Well, the money at this point, contracts have been signed.
Oh, people got room. Well, the Packers got to sign somebody. So they got to sign. They got to get somebody.
Well, we just got Nate, room. Right? Nate is the one that they brought in.
Yeah, but they still have
Nate Hobbs.
Right. But they still need more, though.
Okay, so, I think that they just kind of thought that they were going to get some. I think they held out as long as they could to see if they could get something for him. A trade or something. Something, because you want to hope that you can get, if you're going to get rid of somebody.
They said they didn't trade him because he didn't want to take a pay cut. So
he wasn't trying to.
He wasn't trying to take a pay cut. So then his trade value was like, nah, nobody want to pay that salary. If he could have taken a pay cut, they probably could have got a trade for him. But he didn't want to do that.
Also, Aaron Rodgers, your boy Aaron Rodgers, got to deal with the Steelers.
Tomlin.
Hey, are we going through the same thing that we went through with the Jets? Where, okay, Aaron Rodgers is a big name.
Who is we?
The football community. When they say Aaron Rodgers is going somewhere, you get this hype. Like, oh, wow, now teams are...
Oh, you mean the national media?
Yeah, the Steelers.
We don't care.
Well, the Steelers get to planning on Super Bowl. Maybe now we can make the playoffs. All this potential, but is Aaron Rodgers done?
I don't know.
Because the Jets was a disaster. The whole Jets thing was a disaster.
The thing with Aaron Rodgers, you got to protect him. I believe he can still sling it. He can still read the defenses. He can make some throws. But he's not mobile as he was now, especially with the Achilles. He ain't going to be mobile. You got to protect him. You keep him in a clean pocket, you got a chance.
Steelers always had some hogs, though.
Steelers always got hogs. I don't know if I don't even know if their O-line was that good because they had Russ back there. He was running, too.
He was kind of rusty.
I don't know.
All right, you're getting these quarterbacks on the back end, first of all. They got the knowledge.
Which can serve a purpose, though. We saw, we saw not Eli, but Peyton Manning go on the back end of his career and do some damage with the Broncos. You see a lot of guys coming in late. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing.
Well, if Aaron Rodgers can make it to the Packers game, because the Packers is on the Steelers schedule this year.
Okay.
Jordan Love versus Aaron Rodgers. It's gonna be.
You don't want to see that.
I'm watching that.
That's watching it.
Hold on. That's Aaron makes it to.
That's if he makes it.
Week 8. I think it's week 8 or 9.
Hey, listen, one thing we know that is Tomlin's going to win. He always wins. So we know that's happening.
So you think that the Steelers are going to beat the Packers?
No, I'm not saying that game. I'm saying, but the Steelers under Tomlin have always had a winning record.
They always had a winning season, right?
So that's what I'm saying. We know that's going to happen.
But the quarterback controversy over there, they need a quarterback. He got blessed. He had Big Ben for the most part.
I think he's got enough.
He's been scrambling ever since Big Ben been gone. He's been putting together winning seasons, but it's mostly because of his philosophy of defense and his run heavy. They run heavy. But I'll say this: if Aaron Rodgers could play 11 or so games, good games, because I don't know if he's going to make it through the season.
Here's the thing with that.
He's at that point.
Let me tell you what might help that situation. Like, you think of Aaron Rodgers, right? He was like, he is not going to come in and command anything with Tomlin being the coach. You're not bigger than Tomlin, bro. You might have been bigger than some of those other coaches, but you ain't bigger than Tomlin, especially on the backside of your career. So
it's a 1-year deal.
Right, and he was coming into the Jets trying to bring all his boys in there. Like, nah, we ain't doing none of that. We gonna put the squad together. You just go out and do your job. Tomlin's not hearing it, so I think it's a good situation for Aaron Rodgers. Stop with all the nonsense and just play football.
I got you, but like I said, I can't wait. Packers versus Steelers.
What week is that?
The student versus the teacher.
What week is that? Do you know?
I think it's week 8 or 9.
Oh, okay. Week 8.
Yeah, week 8 or 9. Yeah, 8 or 9. Either way, I'm gonna be this. I'm if I don't care who called me on that day. Don't call me on that day. I'm finna take off. I'm gonna call.
Whoever call me, don't call me.
Oh yeah, don't call me on the Steelers versus the Packers.
I ain't answering calls.
I ain't answering nothing. I'm gonna be locked in the whole day. I need the whole day to sit down and relax and watch the game.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be interesting if he survives till then.
So you think the Steelers gonna win or the Packers?
I don't know. He's come out.
Because we can make a bet right now. We ahead of time.
I don't even know who's on what team. I'm not making a bet.
Okay, but don't wait.
Give me week 1.
Don't wait, dog, because then you go try to assess the team.
I said week 1. Yeah, I'm gonna assess the team. How do I make a bet if I don't assess the team? What
you just gotta go on in. You gotta dive in.
No, you gotta go. I'm not going in without doing that. I'm going in blind.
Hey,
come on, man.
That's what you didn't do that with your last date.
Yes,
I just messing. All right, look, when we come back, we'll have more conversation, Truth Nation. We got Marquette Hall of Famer Tony Smith in studio. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Truth Nation, please join us for the 54th annual Juneteenth celebration in Milwaukee on Thursday, June 19th. The Truth will be broadcasting live from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., so don't miss out on your chance to celebrate with us with our live Juneteenth broadcast presented by Hope Christian Schools and Carroll University. 1017 The Truth's celebration of Juneteenth is also brought to you by American Family Insurance, Associated Bank, Gruber Law Offices, Molson Coors, and Educators Credit Union.
Ride the wave to clean at Tsunami Express Car Wash, Milwaukee's fan favorite for a winning shine. Become a monthly member and enjoy unlimited washes for less than $1 per day. Plus, skip the wait in the fast lane and enjoy unbeatable amenities like free vacuums and tire air. Visit any of their convenient locations in Midtown Milwaukee, Waukesha, Greenfield, Oak Creek, and Mount Pleasant. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat. Learn more at tsunamiexpress.com. Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
It's 1017 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. When it's time to upgrade your windows and doors, wouldn't you like to work with the best? But maybe you're thinking in these volatile times, I don't want to spend a fortune. Well, Pella, the best in the industry, has a product line for every budget, and right now you can get no interest and no payments for up to 2 years. And if the plan is to wait, guess what? You can get it now and wait to start making payments up to 2 years. Pella truly believes that quality windows and doors don't have to be expensive. With a range of affordable options and products assembled in the U.S., you can get the look you want at a price you can afford. And with Pella's free in-home consultation, no obligation quote, and range of available financing, getting new windows and doors from Pella is easier than you think. Certain restrictions apply. Ends June 30th of 2025. Set your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Hey, said fuck the Drake and bout the G-Lock. He run up Betty, get pop, yeah, I rap, but fuck this hip-hop. I'm active, boy, don't get dropped. Niggas, they walk with flip-flops. Hey, rats and cheese, they get chopped. From the slum straight to the tip-top. It's on me, bitch, don't get popped. Feel like 50, all in one swap. Ran off the plug, got too hot. We had hoes and bows in 2 spots. Put off Corvette, the roof shot. Shining, smoking, moon rock. The life, I feel like Tupac in LA. We ride with 2 glow. Start rapping, feds got too hot.
Making it rich. I like to poop deep dish and when it goes squish. Call the 666, demon time, tick. Barrel to your temple like a pimple, it goes zit, pro medicine.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brothers E on the ones and twos. Hey, Marquette Hall of Famer Tony Smith in studio. Lil Wayne dropped the Carter 6.
Trash. That's what I
heard.
I haven't listened to it.
I think it's like 5 songs on there
Z's
that I
an expert.
like.
Z, what's up?
I like it.
You like it? Like on what kind of scale compared to the other ones, though? I like it as like a vacuum statement. Like, give us some context of I like it.
Like, it's more content from Lil Wayne. Like, it's more music from him.
What the heck does that mean?
It's something to listen to.
I'm saying, how good is it compared to like other ones or other people that's out right now? Where's he at? Where's the Carter 6 at?
Like out of 1 to 10?
Okay, out of 1 to 10.
Like a 7?
Oh, it's a 7, so it's very average.
Well, I'll say this. This is where I see, because I seen Lil Uzi Vert do it too. They are making mainstream rock. They added a little, Playboy Cardi idea, like with the rock opening up for that. They want to. Some of them songs are for mainstream America. Those rock ideas, and then he got some hood ideas. So he blended it. So the songs that he got that street, the lyrics are good. I mean, he got punchlines for days. Lil Wayne can still rap, but I think where he started losing people is when he's trying to appeal to that rock crowd, that truck fit. He got the skateboarders, and he was trying to make songs to appeal to them too. Because Lil Wayne crossed over into the skate. He got a whole thing with the skating, with the skateboard, and some of that music seems like he was trying to get over there and appease that too. He got a song with Jelly Roll. Him, Jelly Roll, and Big Sean.
Okay,
that's pretty dope. That's pretty cool. But then he goes into remakes. I think he did like a Nirvana remake or something.
He sampled Weezer. That's what.
Weezer, yeah.
Yeah, okay. He Weezer's. But when I heard,
You can't find a word.
Yeah, that's Weezer.
All the things that come to you, and I wanna feel it too. On an island in the sun, we'll be playing and having fun, and it makes me feel so.
That's for the skateboarder.
I don't like it.
What? What you drinking on, baby? Sip, sip.
Hey,
No.
It's gonna go hard in the mainstream in Middle America. This song is gonna go in Middle America.
Oh.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's just when you out in Iowa, Minnesota, South
Iowa.
Dakota. Yeah. This
South Dakota.
I'm trying to
Is
tell
anybody
you.
in South Dakota?
I lived out there and I saw
There's people out there?
Yeah, it's people out there and they pay for
Oh,
it. They
just
don't
rocks
listen
and
to this. Yeah,
cliffs.
Tony wanted this one.
Yeah, this is kind of old school.
This is old school. Old school Run DMC-ish.
L.I.L. Wayne is sharp as nails. Hammer anybody that talk that ill. I exhale. Could y'all smell? Thuggin' since I got
That's
out
still
of
from LL
jail.
Cool J.
Anger is a fire in the mind. Got that white girl like to bang her. You desire, I design.
Now hold on. I didn't hear the radio edit. I heard the other version.
Right.
This is better than the other version. But what I'm hearing right now, the commercial side of the song, the radio edit, is better than him doing all that,
Right.
swearing. And this sound way better than when I heard it the first time. I might have to go just get all radio edits because maybe it sound way better. Because the Weezer song sounded way better with the radio version than when I first heard it with the
most of the time
with
when
the swearing.
most of the time when you sample somebody from old, like right away I could tell. Okay, that's LL. I'm still like really vibing to the beat. I'm not even locked into what you saying yet because I'm like in an old school beat right now. So it's really that's why
you was bobbing your head a little bit.
That's why I say I'm into the LL part of it.
Mm-hmm.
LL Cool J is bad as
I'm gonna check in on
anybody. I don't care if you
maybe in a few weeks you might have you might come in with a Lil Wayne t-shirt.
I certainly will not. Come with a Rock the Bells t-shirt.
Hey. Also, Kevin Gates and his wife got a divorce after 52 days. Brittany Reiner.
Yeah, she's one of those. What was she on? What was that? Basketball Wives?
Yeah.
Was she on there? Yeah.
She was trying to tell you how to scam a basketball player at first.
Right.
Then she went to the
now
nation.
She's scamming the rappers.
Well, she went to the nation.
Oh, is that what she did?
Yeah.
So what does that mean?
She got principles and morals and values.
Oh, really? Is that what happened?
That's what she's saying.
Really? So what happened?
I don't know. They said it's 52 days was enough.
She said she gave 100%.
Maybe that's all she had.
100% wasn't enough, clearly.
and all these, this is why I don't go with people that give a lot of advice about
150%.
relationships. Because Kevin Gates is always on the shorts. I'll call them the shorts, the reels.
The reels, yeah.
With all of the relationship advice and all of this.
Boy.
And in just 52 days, he criticized LeBron James and his wife.
For what?
He went to the basketball game because he was talking about his wife don't admire him the way other women do, because he's a superstar. So look what happened. 52 days of marriage and he getting a divorce.
I wonder, is he going back and watches his own shorts, trying to take some advice for himself?
I don't know. Everybody got something slick to say, though. It's only 30 seconds.
Right. It can sound good.
You can be a guru in 30 seconds.
It can sound good.
Hey.
Man, that's crazy. 52 days. That's not even 2 months. Isn't it an annulment at that point?
I think he got rid of the relationship before she can get spousal support.
But I'm saying, like, that seems like it's not a divorce at that point. It's an annulment.
Right.
So you're not even married.
That's what it
long
looked
enough.
like. Was it a publicity stunt? Maybe this was just a publicity
You're not
stunt.
even married long enough to get divorced. 52 days? Yeah, that's an annulment. The reversal of the marriage.
They say it's a 90-day waiting period in Islam where you have to wait 90 days to see if you're pregnant and if the relationship is salvageable.
Wait 90 days?
Yeah, that's an Islamic practice. That's what they saying.
So wait, you saying was he in that or she was?
Well, both of them.
Yeah.
Oh, both of them were in it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, did she she converted for him? Is that what happened?
I think so.
Accusations.
I'm just asking.
Hey, well, look.
I'm not making no accusations.
Well, look,
Z,
when we come
I'm
back.
asking, man.
Hey, I thank you, T. Smith, for the pop culture
You
report.
ain't got the answers, Z.
Hey,
you
look,
ain't got
when
the
we
answers.
come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Why did Old National Bank decide to create this program?
You know, it was something that was near and dear to the heart of our chairman and CEO, Jim Bryant. Jim wanted us to do more in the African-American communities, more with minority-owned businesses. So he approached Roland Shelton, who was my boss in Evansville, Indiana, and said, Roland, we need to do more. We need to create a program that's going to allow individuals, minority-owned businesses, women-owned businesses to access capital a lot better than traditionally we've been doing. And so we created the Empowerment Loan Program 2 years ago.
And for those that are now leaning more into this conversation, what's the best way to get in contact with you as part of their interest in the Empowerment Loan Program?
I'm going to give you my cell phone number to the listeners. It's 414-687-7393. And if that doesn't work, feel free to reach me at my email, tracy.meeks@oldnational.com.
Tracy Meeks, Senior Vice President, Community Lending Market Executive from Old National Bank.
Here's to experiencing it all this summer in Wisconsin. Every deliciously cheesy, rockin', magical, fireworks-filled, festival-loving moment. There's Cheese Curd Fest in Ellsworth, Strawberry Fest in Cedarburg, Festival of the Arts in Stevens Point, and the Renaissance Fair in Bristol. Honor the Earth Powwow in Hayward, Mile of Music in Appleton, Venetian Fest, Brat Fest, Summerfest. So many fests for your whole crew. Find them all at TravelWisconsin.com. Sponsored by Travel Wisconsin.
Keep your business safe, secure, and spotless with the Omega Security Guard and Cleaning Team. Proudly located in Milwaukee and female-owned, Omega delivers professional security and tailored cleaning services to meet your needs. Whether it's event security or a custom cleaning plan, their dedicated team goes above and beyond to exceed your expectations. Because at Omega, they're not just your service provider, they're your partner in peace of mind. Contact Omega Security Guard today or online at OmegaSecurityGuard.com. Omega Security Guard and Cleaning, protecting what matters most.
We are the home of Milwaukee Black Talk. 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth, from 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready. 101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the second hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And before I get into the stories of the day, there were a lot of shootings that took place. People been talking about the people that are being affected by the violence in the community, and I would love for everybody to get out and join me for the Walk Against Violence. We'll be hosting our third annual Truth Walk Against Violence on Saturday, July 12th from Victory Over Violence Park down MLK Drive, right in front of our studios right here at the 3rd Street Market Hall. I'll be talking to politicians and community leaders over the next month to see how we can better provide resources to stop the violence in the community. If you want to join the Walk Against Violence, go to truthwalkagainstviolence.com to sign up. That's truthwalkagainstviolence.com to sign up. The Truth Walk Against Violence is supported by 1MKE on Saturday, July 12th from 9 a.m. to noon. Get the family out, because I'm going to tell you this. It's a lot of work that's being done on the front lines right now. A lot of work
that we're doing, and you can join. You can join the work. Get out and meet some of the brothers and sisters on the front lines. Get your church out. Get your family out. Many times we talk about what's going on in our neighborhoods, but that's about it. A lot of it is just talk. And I think that this is symbolic. This walk is always symbolic of the work that we need to do. Plus, the people that come to my stuff, they're active. They get out in the community. They deal with these things firsthand. And salute to all the brothers and sisters on the front lines. But look, once again, if you want to register your family, go to truthwalkagainstviolence.com. That's truthwalkagainstviolence.com. Also, there was something that I wanted to discuss on the show today that I've been seeing. And I just want to bring it before we get, because I got a lot of stuff that I want to cover today. But I just need to bring this up because we just coming off a weekend where a lot of families are suffering from senseless violence. And I'll say this, we got to start tackling the idea of people being emotionally impulsive. Emotionally impulsive. And being emotionally impulsive refers to the act of emotion, acting on emotions without fully thinking through the consequences. Acting on emotions without fully thinking of the consequences. Emotionally impulsive. Many times when you see somebody that's reacting without thinking, we gotta start talking to our children and the ones in our family that will listen about having some emotional control. Because sometimes you can get mad, and if you have children or you've been around little kids, they'll be playing, and next thing you know, they'll be smacking each other, smack, and that's the impulsiveness because they're upset. But as you grow in life, you got to start developing emotional intelligence and get less of the emotional impulsiveness. And this is what we got to fight against. This is what we got to fight against. When people are emotionally impulsive, they have emotional outbursts, displaying intense anger, frustration, and irritability, lashing out. Verbally and physically, lashing out. They're not thinking about what's coming out of their mouth and the long-term effects. They're just reacting, and that's not cool. That's not cool. They have difficulty with self-control. We gotta talk about this. This takes education, Truth Nation. So when we see our family members and y'all sitting around, take the time to explain emotional impulsiveness and how sometimes you got to think it through. Do not react hastily. Like, don't just let your emotions just lead you into something. All right. I just wanted to throw that out there because I see it. And I wanted y'all to have that and really teach. Some grown folks ain't got no emotional intelligence. They're emotionally impulsive. They don't like something, they react. They don't think about the long-term consequences of the things that come out of their mouth. You can say something to somebody out of impulsiveness and then later try to come back and apologize. And they may forgive you. Oh, I understand. But if you keep doing it, that's the beginning of somebody that can lead to a crash out moment. Y'all hear the word crash out all the time now. They crashing out. extreme emotional impulsiveness, crashing out, the ability not to think through or resolve issues in a way that's less violent. All right. All right. Hey, I just throwing that out there. Some of y'all got to work on it. We talking about the youth. We talking about the grown-ups. We talking about ourselves. When I was a kid, I used to be emotionally impulsive. I used to lash out, angry, not able to rationalize my thoughts when I was upset. But it takes time. It takes to acknowledge that, and it takes time to really just teach and undo all of the things you learn. Anybody that grew up on the block, we can all be emotionally impulsive because we had to have a defense mechanism. We had to be tough. We couldn't show no signs of weakness. But as you mature, you find better ways to resolve your issues. All right? Well, I want to head to this story about they're saying that Chinese citizens tried to smuggle biological pathogen in the country. The feds stopped them before something bad could happen. And I was looking at the story. 2 Chinese nationals have been charged in connection with attempting to smuggle a dangerous pathogen into the U.S. We got video of this as we broadcast live on YouTube and social media. Let's listen.
A news alert today involving 2 Chinese nationals accused of smuggling a dangerous pathogen into the United States.
And officials say the substance is a fungus that experts say could be used to threaten food crops if it spread. Fox News' Amy Lang joining us live now with what else she's learned. Amy.
Well, the complaint has certainly made for some interesting reading, Ruben Taryn. Investigators say this fungus could be used in agro-terrorism. It wipes out crops and sickens people and animals. And right now, it's just not clear what these Chinese scientists intended to do.
My name is Yunqing Jie.
33-year-old Yuxin Jian, a scientist and student from China working as a postdoctoral research fellow in a lab at the University of Michigan. On Tuesday, inside federal court, charged with conspiracy, smuggling, and making false statements. It's alleged her boyfriend, 34-year-old Yang Lu, also a scientist from China, was caught at Detroit Metro Airport smuggling a dangerous fungus into the country. Fusarium graminearum attacks barley, corn, and wheat and could be used for purposes of agro-terrorism. According to this complaint, in July of 2024, Customs and Border Patrol found a wad of tissues in a pocket in Lu's backpack. Investigators say the tissues concealed a note in Chinese, a round piece of filter paper with a series of circles drawn on it, and 4 clear plastic baggies with small clumps of reddish plant material inside. Investigators say Lu lied about the materials before admitting he was smuggling them in to do research at the lab where his girlfriend was working at the University of Michigan. Investigators say Lu's iPhone contained an article titled 2018 Plant Pathogen Warfare Under Changing Climate Conditions. They also uncovered messages between the two conspiring to bring pathogens into the United States. He was denied entry and sent back. It's believed he's currently back in China. His girlfriend, Jian, is still here, now facing serious charges.
Conspiracy to commit an offense or defraud the United States, smuggling goods into the United States, false statements.
We're not allowed to have cameras in federal court, but I can tell you that this defendant looked very scared. She was handcuffed and shackled at the waist. She closed her eyes as the charges against her were read. According to the complaint, investigators...
Like I said, y'all got to keep your head on a swivel. You know, I always say everybody that come here, you know, to the United States got to be, you know, go through the proper channels. You know, these nationals, these people, you know, we enjoy a certain level of where we can, you know, do certain things in America, and everybody been sold on the American dream. But there are some people that would love to unleash certain things on the United States. And thank God that they caught this pathogen before it was able to be released, because, like I said, every time I look up, there's something on the news that has something to do with the food supply. And the quickest way to knock out a bunch of people is through food and water. Like, if you want to knock out a bunch of people, mess up the food, mess up the water. Matter of fact, I saw something where they said that it was a salmonella outbreak with the eggs. And the egg prices just fell, DJ Brothers. The egg prices just went down. But once again, they're saying that 79 people across 7 states have gotten sick from salmonella infections linked to organic and cage-free brown eggs. This is, when people want to eat better eggs, they want to eat the brown eggs, and they say it's organic. But now they're getting sick, and there's a recall on these eggs. We got this story as well. If you're watching this, we broadcast live. We got video. Let's listen.
Welcome back. We have a warning from the CDC of a salmonella outbreak linked to eggs. Those eggs from August Egg Company were just recalled yesterday. They were sold under multiple brands, including Clover Farms, Sunnyside, and Marketside, as well as many store name brands. They have a plant code number of P6562 or CA5330. They were sold in California at Save Mart, Food Max, Lucky, Smart and Final, Safeway, Food for Less, as well as Ralph's. They have a sell-by date from March 4th to June 19th, and we're told so far 79 people have gotten sick. 63 of those people are here in California, and 21 of those people have been hospitalized. We have no deaths reported.
Hey, all right, look, make sure y'all checking. Because it was like something on the ground beef for a second, all of these different recalls, I'll say this, y'all got to be careful, keep your head on the swivel. Every other day I've been seeing that there's been contamination. And so, I'm trying to fast now, hopefully, and now I look at everything. I was trying to eat some turkey the other day. And I was scrolling on I was scrolling on one of these sites. I think it was Instagram, where somebody put some like Coca-Cola on some kind of turkey, and some parasites start coming out. I don't know if it was real or not, but now when I go to eat like certain meats and stuff, because I've been watching these reels, I guess maybe I shouldn't be watching all these reels, because they talking about parasites in the food, and then people got these worm cleanses now, where now they got the dewormer, where they saying that we got these parasites and worms in our body, and heavy metals that you got to start detoxing and getting out of your system. Hey, and now you got the food being contaminated, DJ Brother Z. I can't keep up with it. I just want a nice meal. I don't want to, I remember when they started talking about the lettuce and the tomatoes was being contaminated. Now we got the eggs. How is all this stuff getting inside the egg? Don't it got a shell on it? Pesticides. And then somebody was saying how to clean. They had the video of how to clean the fruits and things, with the baking soda, with the vinegar, but if the fruit was sprayed with this the whole time, wouldn't you think that the pesticide is actually inside the fruit? So somebody help me understand. Is it on the outside of the fruit, or the vegetables, or do it sink in if they've been spraying it the whole time? In my mind, DJ Brother Z, if they consistently spraying these chemicals on the food, you would think that it's in the core of it too. You know what I mean, DJ Brother Z? Or it's just on the skin. I don't know. Somebody hit me up in the chat. Somebody hit me up on the talk to text. Because I see all these different methods on how to fight and try to clean your fruit. And is that just like wearing a back brace when you're lifting weights? Like, you know, the back brace help a little bit. But you can still, some things can still happen. Some things can still happen. But when we come back, riots in California, it's going down in California. We're going to talk about it when we get back, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on June 17th.
Curio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Chicago Cubs.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Delta Dental of Wisconsin. Tune in June 17th at 7:05 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check out your local listings to watch the game.
Summerfest is back, and the award-winning 1017 The Truth has got you covered. With free tickets, Truth Nation, to the world's largest outdoor festival. Tune into The Truth all week and listen for your cue to call and a chance to win an 18-pack of tickets to Summerfest.
Benjamin, I know you lying.
No, Nutty Juice, you heard that right. It's an 18-pack of tickets so your friends and family can enjoy Summerfest on us. So stay tapped into The Truth so you do not miss your chance to enjoy the biggest party on the lakefront. Summerfest is presented by our founding partner, American Family Insurance.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years from their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee. Their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Dreaming of owning your first home? Milwaukee Habitat for Humanity can help make it happen. With little to no down payment and average monthly mortgage payments of $950, you can build a brand new home you love without breaking the bank. And you won't do it alone. Habitat provides the coaching, education, and support to guide you every step of the way. Stop renting and invest in a new home you can truly call your own. Visit MilwaukeeHabitat.org to learn more.
Make your home safer. Get rid of unused household chemicals at MMSD Home Hazmat Drop-Off. It's free to visit a collection center. Get all the info you need at MMSD.com. Milwaukee County residents only, no businesses.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
Seriously injured? Make one call. That's all.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Let me tell you, I'm out here from a very far away place. Oh, but No more parties in LA. Please, baby, no more parties in LA. No more parties in LA. Please, baby, no more parties in LA. No more. Los Angeles. Please. Shake that body, party that body. Please. Shake that body, party that body. Please. Shake that body, party that body.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. California officials plan to file a lawsuit Monday against President Donald Trump in response to the administration's deployment of the National Guard to confront immigration protesters who took to the streets of Los Angeles. We have some video of this. A lot of people are watching this online where it was, I guess they said it started out peaceful, DJ Brother Z, but then it just went, and as usual, you know, when you have a mob of people and they don't like what's going on, many times the police become targets of people throwing rocks and, vehicles get set on fire. We've seen a lot of that during Black Lives Matter, and now we're seeing it with the immigration protest in California. We got video, if you're watching as we broadcast live, we got some video of what's going on in California. Let's listen.
Ordinary images out of Los Angeles tonight. Hundreds of National Guard troops now on the ground, deployed by President Trump, even though state leaders say they didn't ask for them and don't want them there. You see members of the National Guard with weapons, with body shields and tear gas canisters, all as protesters gather for day 3 of demonstrations against federal immigration raids. Late tonight, President Trump not ruling out going even further in the days to come. But California's governor pushing back hard, saying the president's hoping for chaos to justify more crackdowns, telling protesters not to give him what he wants. We've got team coverage tonight, starting with our Steve Patterson on the ground near those demonstrations.
Ali, just moments ago, Governor Newsom asked the Trump administration to officially rescind the order to federalize the National Guard on the ground. Meanwhile, this rally continues to pop off, LAPD declaring it unlawful, and they're making arrests.
Tonight, protesters and law enforcement officials squaring off after days of raids, riots, and demonstrations. And a rare move by President Trump, mobilizing 2,000 California National Guard troops against the will of the state's governor. Overnight, another major flashpoint in front of the federal detention center where undocumented immigrants captured by ICE are being held. In nearby Compton, chaos. Protests there dissolving into lawlessness, demonstrators upending roadblocks, setting off fireworks, while a small group of looters broke into a gas station. These protests followed a day of skirmishes between authorities and protesters outside of a Home Depot. Law enforcement firing tear gas and non-lethal rounds into several crowds.
I couldn't see who was shooting, but they were trying to aim right at me, which is like it's very scary.
Sheriff Robert Luna saying his deputies only acted as peacekeepers and didn't assist with any federal action.
We will protect your right to peacefully protest, but we cannot and will not tolerate violence or destruction of property.
Today, Governor Gavin Newsom accused President Trump of attempting to manufacture a crisis by mobilizing the National Guard, adding he's hoping for chaos so he can justify more crackdowns, more fear, more control. Trump's border czar, Tom Homan, defended the move to NBC's Jacob Soboroff and says about 150 undocumented immigrants have been detained in the last few days.
But not just to protect the law enforcement, to protect the general public. If Democratic leaders want to turn their back on public safety, they can.
Tonight, tensions reaching a boiling point as more troops hit the ground.
Our Steve Patterson reporting in Los Angeles. And here in Washington and beyond, new concern from critics over the president's tactics with this federal deployment. Our Gabe Gutierrez reports.
With the National Guard troops now on the ground in L.A., tonight President Trump is defending their deployment.
Well, we're going to have troops everywhere. We're not going to let this happen to our country. We're not going to let our country be torn apart.
The president calling Governor Gavin Newsom and Mayor Karen Bass incompetent, while Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth says that active duty Marines at Camp Pendleton are on high alert and could be mobilized if the violence continues.
One of our core principles is maintaining peace through strength. We do that on foreign affairs and domestic affairs as well. I don't think that's heavy-handed.
Late today, on his way to Camp David, the president saying he personally spoke spoke with Governor Newsom days ago by phone and threatened to send in the troops once he saw demonstrators throwing objects and spitting on officers.
They spit, we hit. And I told them, nobody's going to spit on our police officers. Nobody's going to spit on our military.
Democrats slamming the deployment, arguing troops are an unnecessary escalation.
For the president to do this when it wasn't requested, breaking with generations of tradition, is only going to incite the situation and make things worse.
This is the first time since 1965 in Alabama, the civil rights era, that a president has activated a state's National Guard force without a request from that state's governor.
We'll send whatever we need to make sure there's law and order.
Gabe Gutierrez is joining us now. And Gabe, the president
now,
is now...
what I'm seeing is a lot of this, many times when people get a large body of people for a peaceful protest, you know, you get people in there, and I've seen it with my own eyes. You get people in these protests that came to, you know, do something extra. I remember we used to have protests, and it was people that used to show up with the face wrappings. And we were down protesting police brutality and things like that. This was before Black Lives Matter. This was before George Floyd. And somebody would go and break the window out. You know, one of these people with their head wrapped up would break out a window or do something to cause chaos. And then here we go. The police got to respond because they don't know. It's a mob. It's a lot of people outside. And so when you get a bunch of people, crowds, maybe they protesting, maybe they're upset with how things are being handled. But trust me, it's always people in the crowd. All it takes for somebody to throw one rock, you know, to create the chaos. And so, you know, it is what it is. And I'll say this is what the country voted for, to get all of those people that came into this country to go back and come back the right way. This was a mandate from the United States. Democrats lost everything this time around. They lost everything. They didn't get none of the blue wall. They didn't get none of the blue state, none of the swing states. They lost the popular vote, everything, the House. You know, they lost a lot of things this time around. And a lot of it was due to the open border. There was other things that they was misstepping on, but this was one of the huge things that people voted for. This is why Trump is here. This is a mandate that the United States unanimously voted for. And it wasn't going to be pretty, you know. So, like I said, this is what's happening. And we're watching it as it happens, and we knew it was going to get ugly. It was ugly when they came. It was ugly when they opened up the border, when a lot of people was committing crimes and killing folks. And I guess we don't want to admit that because a black woman just got killed from some people who wasn't supposed to be in the country. So what I'm saying is, okay, it's going to get nasty. But if people are in the crowds and they're agitating the situation, and then when it get political, you know, everything when it get political, it's just going to get messy even further. It's just going to, every time there's a conflict and it get political, get the popcorn and the soda. Get the popcorn and the soda. I remember when I was watching Black Lives Matter, and I remember when it was a time where a lot of the protests was organic. A lot of the protests that we were fighting were organic. But once it became a political machine, that's when you saw the bricks showing up in cities. And it was things that was happening that I knew that it wasn't organic anymore, because people outside of our community that said they was coming to help, they almost set the Walgreens on fire. We had to stop. I seen protesters having to stop people from burning down buildings in our neighborhood that didn't look like us. While we was fighting for the cause, It was people in the crowd that was burning and trying to tear up stuff. And that's what they was here to do. That's what they was here to do. And I saw it. We saw it. People telling them, hey, we came here to fight for this cause, but we didn't come here for this extra. And I'm gonna tell you right now, that's exactly what's happening. There's some people that really was out there trying to peacefully protest. But once you start that confrontation with the law enforcement, hey, it could get ugly. And a lot of our young people during 2020 was sacrificed. I keep saying this on the show. They were sacrificed, DJ Brother Z. They was in college. It was the summertime. They came home. They thought they was fighting for something that was worth fighting for, Black lives, and they were sacrificed. They never made it back to college. How do you know, Tory? Because they mamas was coming to me. They mamas, they families. I told them I wasn't with the Black Lives Matter movement. And when I made that statement in the newspaper, they got mad. I said, this ain't us. This is something that went into a political engine. And people got mad when I said it. But the kids that were sacrificed in Racine, in Kenosha, in Milwaukee, in Appleton, in the surrounding areas, I was the one that had to deal with it because they didn't even have no lawyers to help them. So I saw what was going on. That's why I talk the way I do. That's why I say the things I say. Because I'm an eyewitness. I ain't got to think. I ain't even got to watch the TV. I was watching it. And people got mad at me when I said Black Lives Matter was trash. Now you seeing that the fraud and everything, now you don't even hear nobody say nothing about Black Lives Matter because it's been exposed. You don't see nobody talking about Black Lives Matter no more. Where is that? Okay. But I said it in the middle of it because I know my people. I serve my people every day. I know what's going on. You ain't going to tell me or convince me because I'm right there. I'm looking at it. If it was good, I would have told you. I would have said it was good. If it was going to be for the benefit, I would have said it. But it wasn't. And now hindsight 2020, now folks moving on to the next. They moving the goalpost to something else. First, it went from Black Lives Matter to Free Palestine to now the immigration. It's the same group of people that's moving. Well, before I came, it was the Occupy movement. It was Occupy for a minute. Then it went into Black Lives Matter. Then it went into Palestine. Then it went into what we seeing now. That's it. That's it. They get mad when I tell the truth. See, I don't care. I don't care. I'm an eyewitness. Put me on the stand. Put me on the stand. I'm gonna tell what I saw. See, a lot of folks talking because they pushing agendas, they pushing rhetoric, and they pushing propaganda. See, I don't have to do none of that. I'm coming straight in. I'm gonna put my hand on the Bible and tell you exactly what I seen and what I had to deal with. That's it. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, I got another story about somebody assaulting the police officer and was able to run away. It's going on social media right now. They got the video. They sharing the video. Man punched 3 officers in the face and was able to get away. We're going to talk about it when we get back, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance. Like your first home expansion or your first big lightning strike. There's a first for everything. Get the right home policy at the right price with the right help from American Family's agents. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Ready for more fun? More friendships? More adventures?
Then it's time to become a Girl Scout.
Explore the outdoors, meet forever friends, and make a difference in your community. Sign up for our extended year membership today. Girls can join for $98 and adults for $42. Start in April and enjoy up to 5 extra months of fun. The extended year membership is April 1st, 2025 to September 30th, 2026, followed by a regular membership year. So what are you waiting for?
Join us and be a Girl Scout.
Hi, I'm Vanessa Williams, and I want to share with you the role that diabetes has had in my family. I lost my grandmother at the early age of 64 due to complications with diabetes. She was warm, generous, and a constant encouragement for me to follow my heart. Did you know that African Americans experience chronic kidney disease at a rate that's 25% higher than white Americans? And we're almost 4 times more likely to develop kidney failure. Diabetes and high blood pressure are leading causes of kidney disease, which can result in kidney failure, needing dialysis, or a kidney transplant. The good news is that you have the power to check out how well your kidneys are doing and learn ways to prevent them from failing. So go to your doctor and get yourself checked out. Visit linkbylovetv.org to learn more. Get the facts, get checked, and get healthy.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. They bring a variety of perspectives from diverse backgrounds, innovating how they teach to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other. Leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. With the Green Bay Packers set to begin mandatory minicamp on Tuesday, they are releasing star cornerback Jair Alexander. That is according to multiple reports after the team had explored a possible trade this offseason and a failed restructured contract negotiation. Over to baseball, where the Milwaukee Brewers fell to the Padres 1-0 on Sunday afternoon. They lost the game and the series, falling 2 out of 3 to the Padres. They'll open a series this evening against the Atlanta Braves. First pitch is set for this evening at 6:40. And lastly, over to the NBA, where the Oklahoma City Thunder have evened up the NBA Finals at 1 game apiece with a 123-107 win over the Indiana Pacers. Game 3 is scheduled for Wednesday. The Sports Update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You know it's a solo beat, man. I don't want cash. Know the game. Yo, solo wasn't playing on this one. I just want cash. To blow the game.
Truth Nation, join us for the 54th annual Juneteenth celebration in Milwaukee, Thursday, June 19th. The Truth will be broadcasting live from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Stop by our broadcast, say hello, and get some free Truth swag. Juneteenth in Milwaukee is one of the oldest and biggest Juneteenth celebrations in the country, so don't miss out on your chance to celebrate with us as we go live for Juneteenth, broadcasting live, presented by Hope Christian Schools and Carroll University. 1017 The Truth celebration of Juneteenth is also brought to you by American Family Insurance, Gruber Law Offices, Molson Coors, Educators Credit Union, and Associated Bank. It's a video that's going viral. It's a video that's going viral, Truth Nation. And this video shows a man, DJ Brother Z, punching cops in the face. All three cops got punched in the face. And nobody pulled out a gun and pew pew. Ain't nobody, the man was able to run away, but they caught him. He gonna stand trial for this. But it just reminds me of when I see impulsiveness, the emotionally impulsiveness of cops when it comes to black. So this guy, and he don't look like me. I don't know exactly what he is, but he don't look black. But he punched all three cops in the face and was able to keep going. You know what I mean, DJ Brother? Nobody shot him in the back while he was running away. And I want to bring this in front of Truth Nation. Man arrested for assaulting 3 Fargo police officers. We got video if you're watching as we broadcast live on social media. Let's listen. Oh, I sent you the article, the one that got the words on it. It's the second. But what I'm saying is, this is the guy that been going viral for the last couple days. And when you talk about somebody resisting arrest, when you talk about somebody that's alive after punching 3 police officers, it just makes me go, wow. How did this happen, DJ Brother Z? How did you punch 3? Look, somebody said call them Keystone Cops. The man punched him in the face with his fist. It's still alive. It's still alive. DJ, I couldn't do that. I couldn't even wiggle if I was in handcuffs and wiggled a couple times. I'd have been down flat on the ground with a knee in my back, with a knee in my neck. But we got the news article on this, Truth Nation. If you're watching this, we broadcast live. Let's listen.
In custody after assaulting 3 Fargo police officers Saturday afternoon at 4:35 p.m., FPD officers utilizing the real-time crime center alerted officers in the downtown area to suspicious activity taking place in the 200 block of Robert Street North. Officers located the suspect, 37-year-old Joseph Manitowabi. According to police, Manitowabi resisted and assaulted 3 officers as they were attempting to detain him. The 3 officers sustained minor injuries. After a short foot pursuit, Manitowabi was detained and arrested for preventing arrest, possession of meth, assault of 3 police officers, and possession of drug paraphernalia. This is still an ongoing investigation.
Manitowabi was beating down the police. See, I could never see this happen in my community, in my lifetime. I'm seeing a lot of stuff in the last couple years when the person don't look like me, they could get away with a lot of extra. A lot of extra. There's some people filing in on the line. Just play the raw one, DJ Brother Z, where he punched him again and ran. Get that one back up. Because, all right, if y'all, look, I'm going to show the video. Y'all can see it online. I just tap in right quick just to see how this went down. Look at, this is so crazy. Look at this. Look, I'm talking about full-blown, grabbed the officer's arm and punched him in the face. I'm talking about, bucked him. Oh, my. And then he grabbed his gun, and then he didn't grab his gun. Like, he looked like he went to grab the gun, and then he didn't. Like, where's the, I'm afraid for my life. Oh, and he punched a female officer in the face. And he ran away with his pants sagging and everything, DJ Brother Z. See what I'm saying? Hit the female officer. You hit a female officer in the face and was able to live to tell about it? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. DJ Brother Z. He might get an NAACP Image Award. Somebody might give him an Image Award for this. RC said, this is what happens when you don't necessarily live in the neighborhoods you patrol. Oh, my goodness. I've never seen this. Look at this man. Somebody might give this man some kind of community award. I'm just saying. I mean, they let him live. Look at this. This is wild to me. I'm seeing things in the last couple years that I never thought I would see cops endure, because in my community, they will throw you on the ground for little to nothing, you know, stretch you out, stop and frisk. He knocked this one, he hit the woman police officer in the face, and he was grabbing the one police officer by the arm, hit him to stall him out, hit the white female officer, then came back and punched him in the back of the head and started running. Wow. Wow. And he ain't fast either, DJ Brother Z. He ain't that fast. Why did she turn around and she got on the, like she was trying to call somebody, and you got the pistol right there? If he was running a 40-yard dash, he'd run the 40 in 10 seconds. This is how slow he is. It'd take him 10 seconds to run the 40-yard dash. That's what I'm saying. This is all right. All right, and all this, and then we get in our community, and they always talk about how the officers feel afraid, how the officers, you know, they under stress, that they in fear for their life. They emotionally impulsive when it comes to the black community. But this shows right here, when you outside of the black community, this what go down. They take punches in the face. They let you punch them in the face outside. If you ain't black, you might get some punches in. You gonna get charged. They're gonna charge you. But you're going to make it. You're going to make it out of it. I'm talking about they would have gunned you down like a dog. I'm trying to tell you this. Hey, I'm trying to understand it. But my brain can't. My mind, as all the years I've been fighting against, you know, the police brutality in my community, all of a sudden, I learned that I wasn't the right complexion. I wasn't the right complexion. That's our problem. We ain't got the right complexion to punch him in the face. Because that's what he punched a female in the face. He punched 2 officers in the face. That's 3 guns in one fist. We got to run the break, DJ Brother Z. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, this is the legendary Homer Blow, hoping you and your family will join me at the 31st annual Homer Blow birthday party for the kids on Saturday, June 28th from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. at the Fitzsimmons Boys and Girls Club at 3400 West North Avenue in Milwaukee. The celebration is for children 2 to 13 years old. Admission is absolutely free. For more information on being a sponsor for this great event, call 414-248-4954 or email the Homer Blow Foundation at gmail.com. And don't forget, we'll have Kool-Aid, the red kind.
It's 1017 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. When it's time to upgrade your windows and doors, wouldn't you like to work with the best? But maybe you're thinking in these volatile times, I don't want to spend a fortune. Well, Pella, the best in the industry, has a product line for every budget, and right now you can get no interest and no payments for up to 2 years. And if the plan is to wait, guess what? You can get it now and wait to start making payments up to 2 years. Pella truly believes that quality windows and doors don't have to be expensive. With a range of affordable options and products assembled in the U.S., you can get the look you want at a price you can afford. And with Pella's free in-home consultation, no obligation quote, and range of available financing, getting new windows and doors from Pella is easier than you think. Certain restrictions apply. Ends June 30th of 2025. Set your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Hi, I'm attorney David Gruber. After an accident, you need a trusted winning team on your side. For more than 30 years, Gruber Law Offices has helped Wisconsin families get the results they deserve. If you've been injured, call our firm today for a free consultation. We're available 24/7. Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
Saving energy and money is easier than you think. Here are 2 simple things you can do to reduce your energy use and lower your energy bill. Use thermal curtains to reduce each room's energy loss by up to 25%, and make sure vents aren't blocked by furniture or rugs to improve airflow and comfort. Simple, smart savings. Get more energy-saving tips at WeEnergies.com. Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they have proudly served the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. They offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing. Perfect for family reunions, sports outings, and business promotions and more. For your next project, visit greatimpressions.com. That's greatimpressions.com. Great Impressions, we are here when you need us. Hey, look, I'm going to tell you, look, it's a lot going on. Make sure that you sign up for the Truth Walk Against Violence. Saturday, July 12th, go to truthwalkagainstviolence.com. Go to truthwalkagainstviolence.com. Once again, July 12th, from 9 a.m. to noon. Supported by 1MKE. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Truth Nation, please join us for the 54th annual Juneteenth celebration in Milwaukee on Thursday, June 19th. The Truth will be broadcasting live from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., so don't miss out on your chance to celebrate with us with our live Juneteenth broadcast presented by Hope Christian Schools and Carroll University. 1017 The Truth celebration of Juneteenth is also brought to you by American Family Insurance, Associated Bank, Gruber Law Offices, Molson Coors, and Educators Credit Union.
Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on June 17th.
Curio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Chicago Cubs.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Delta Dental of Wisconsin. Tune in June 17th at 7:05 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check out your local listings to watch the game.
Tired of hearing no from other banks? No to a loan? No to a checking account? Just no? At Brewery Credit Union, they find ways to say yes. Yes to second chances. Yes to rebuilding credit. Yes to helping you save, borrow, and thrive. Work with your credit specialist and move your financial life forward. Brewery Credit Union, Milwaukee's best place to borrow and save. Visit brewerycu.com. That is brewerycu.com. Federally insured by NCUA.
June means Pride Month is back, and you can celebrate with the Brewers at Pride Night during the game against the Cardinals on Thursday, June 12th. This year, the Pride Party is bigger than ever, as the crew partnered with Milwaukee to bring over 20 vendors for a one-of-a-kind makers market. Plus, fans can enjoy live DJs, a national anthem performance from Our Voice, face painting, and much more. Get your tickets today at brewers.com/community nights.
Carrie, where's Tory, Lowe, and Dr. Ken at? I'm trying to knock these commercials out.
How am I supposed to know, Sherwin?
Well, I'm about to do their parts because my impressions are on point anyway. This is Dr. Ken Harris from Truth in the Afternoon, and I want you to download the Truth app in the Google Play Store and Apple Store so you can never miss my show or any of the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Really, Kyle?
Sherwin, you are crazy.
Sherwin, your impression of me is horrible. Move. Give me my mic. I guess I'll just repeat what Sherwin said. Go to the Google Play Store or Apple Store to download the 1017 The Truth app today so you can take the home of Milwaukee Black Talk with you wherever you are.
Can't listen live? Download the new 1017 The Truth app on your smartphone today to catch up on all your favorite shows. Search 1017 The Truth on your Google Play Store or Apple App Store so you don't miss out on any of the action. Truth Nation, stand up and tap in. This is 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 1017 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. Johnsonville plans to add 100 new jobs to Wisconsin. The additions come as a company closed a plant in Momence, Illinois last week, moving over 200 jobs to Wisconsin and Kansas. Johnsonville's Watertown facility will add 75 new jobs for a new second shift, and the Sheboygan Falls location will add 25 new jobs. Hiring at both locations is already underway. Another day for a Slenderman stabber's release. Morgan Geyser's hearing set for today is postponed after the state requested more time to complete her conditional release plan. Her attorney also requested that now retired Waukesha Judge Michael Boren continue to oversee her case. The latest delay comes after Judge Boren rejected a plan that would have released Geyser to a group home just 8 miles from where Leutner lives. A new review hearing is set for July 17th. Hundreds of cars and spectators blocking a street on Milwaukee's south side late Sunday as a part of the latest street takeover in the city. The takeover happened near 13th and Forest Home after the earlier Puerto Rican Day Festival and parade on the south side. It's the latest takeover of a Milwaukee city street, an issue that has prompted city leaders to propose an ordinance change that would impose a minimum fine of $500 for spectators of such events. It's unclear if any arrests were made at Sunday's takeover. Mayor Cavalier Johnson is expected to speak on a proposed automated traffic enforcement program later today. This has been your news update. The Tory Lowe Show continues on the new 1017 The Truth.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah, Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth, from 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready. 101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show, live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the third hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And I'm going to tell you this. Y'all got to open up your ears for this. Salute to everybody in the chat, everybody that didn't hit me up on the talk to text. I'm going to tell you this. This might be the time to make sure that we get some financial literacy in with the kids, especially these student athletes. We got to get them early now because a judge rules colleges can pay student athletes directly. Like this NIL stuff, now you don't have to wait till your child get to the NFL to get paid. I'm talking about millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. Now these young kids can be worth millions of dollars in college. In college. So make sure that we're taking the proper steps because a lot of our children are in these sports. Football, basketball, baseball. Hey, look, y'all talking about buying houses? You better start investing in these young people. Because now, due to this judge ruling and the NIL, your kid can become a millionaire his freshman year in college if he good, if they good enough. They don't have to wait 4 years of college to go to the NFL. This new ruling is going to change a lot of lives now. A lot of y'all kids are top recruited athletes. We got video of this judge's ruling. If you're watching this, we broadcast live. Let's listen.
Big changes are coming to the world of college sports again. A federal judge has approved a multi-billion-dollar deal that allows NCAA colleges and universities to pay their athletes directly. These student athletes will get money. And this is a lot different from the name, image, and likeness deals that we have been reporting on. Money Watch correspondent Kelly O'Grady is here to show us what that means. Kelly, good morning.
Well, good morning to you all. All right, so this new ruling means thousands of former college athletes are set to receive $2.8 billion in back pay from lost name, image, and likeness compensation, or NIL. Even more groundbreaking, though, 1,100 NCAA member schools will be permitted, but not required, to share revenue with student athletes starting July 1st. Now, most of them are at the Division I level, and those dollars will come from areas like ticket sales and TV rights, and it will potentially impact 500,000 athletes. Each school has a cap of up to $20.5 million this season to use. How the money is used will be determined by the universities, though most experts predict 90% will go to football and men's basketball, of course, the two biggest revenue generators. Also, a commission will oversee and enforce this revenue sharing going forward to ensure schools remain under the cap and that third-party NIL deals are legitimate. So, how exactly would all of this work? An example given by our friends at CBS Sports looks at a player like Duke's basketball star Cooper Flag. His brand value is high, so the structure would allow the school to pay him through an outside NIL endorsement without drawing on that $20 million revenue share. But for most players, there's going to be a much more strict approval process for deals that are outside of that revenue share.
All right, so if you play football, if you play basketball, this is great news. But what if you're a swimmer or rower? If you play rugby, what does that mean for less high-profile sports?
So this is the direct tension because it could mean less money for those sports or maybe even paring back those programs entirely. Those Olympic sports that you just mentioned, swimming, fencing, right? They often source athletes from this college pool, but this new change means that you have to invest more in football and basketball. The other thing this ruling did was implement roster limits. So that could mean less opportunities for folks overall, maybe less walk-ons.
Well, I'm curious to see how much money exactly they're going to be paid. I can't wait till we start hearing.
I'll say this, they trying to get a handle on this NIL. They make a lot of money. Like a lot of athletes used to tell stories of how they was hungry. Star players in college. I wonder, do they get some of that money, this back pay money? But I'm going to tell you right now, if you got a young athlete right now, it's life-changing money waiting for them in college. Football, in particular, basketball. Now, y'all can, hey, I'm going to buy my house. Freshman year. It's a lot of kids out here playing Little League football right now, Little League basketball, AAU. And these college coaches and scouts is salivating over these kids. Hey, it's going to be a lot of lives changing, DJ Brother Z, around here. Because Milwaukee, one thing we're going to do, we're going to have some athletes, some top-tier athletes coming through the city. It's time. Hey, y'all better get y'all stuff in order. Y'all ain't got to do Bitcoin no more. y'all can have your child a millionaire. I couldn't even imagine, DJ Brother Z, them paying college players in my time. But now, these young people, they can, Shedeur Sanders. That's why they made him drop to the 5th round. Because the coaches was talking to him, and he was making more money than the coaches. And I ain't saying that I wasn't there at the interview. I don't know how he conducted himself. But he had extreme confidence, just like his dad. He was mentored by the best. So this new group of athletes, they got to get some kind of control on it. Now, I'm saying that they're going to get some money, but I don't know, because now it seems like they're trying to get a board to govern the NIL deal, the third-party deals. So now they're creating to where the school can pay the athlete, but if you got an exceptional athlete, that they're trying to find a way to get this NIL under control. That's what I'm seeing. And so we gonna have to let this play out. But I'm gonna tell you right now, you could get grandma in my house now. You can get to college, and y'all could be driving, living and eating scrimps. Hey, it's what's happening. It's what's happening. Also, I want to go on to this story that they had. This is a big deal over the weekend. This happened Sunday, DJ Brother Z, where they cut the streets off again. They cut the streets off, and they did the takeover. And didn't they just say a couple weeks ago that when they start doing these takeovers, and for those that don't know what a takeover is, that's when they shut the streets down and they start doing those donuts, them burnouts in the intersection. So they did this again. Now, they said that they were going to issue tickets to the people that was standing by. They said that they were going to issue tickets to folks that was standing by. I don't know if they issued the tickets or not. I ain't hear it. But the street takeovers is starting to take off on the south side. They're starting to organize. We got video of this. If you're watching as we broadcast live, let's listen.
News at 10. Video of a street takeover in Milwaukee tonight. Vehicles with smoking tires drawing a big crowd and closing down the intersection. This just the latest in a series of similar incidents that has Common Council leaders hoping to crack down on anyone who participates. 12 News' TJ Dysart joining us live now from 13th and Forest Home on Milwaukee's south side. So TJ, we first heard about this from Common Council President Alderman Jose Perez.
Exactly right, Rhea. And police just left the scene here moments before we came on the air, but we do want to show you what is left over of that street takeover. Police laid these vehicle barriers all throughout the street here. You can see just up the street here, those same vehicle barriers there as well. Again, Rhea, as you mentioned, all of this after Common Council President Jose Perez called 12 News. Several hundred people watching on as dozens of cars and motorcycles made their way down 13th Street, blocking traffic late Sunday. We saw cars doing donuts, burning tires, sending the smell of burnt rubber into the air. We've been reporting on these street takeovers for weeks now as they continue to raise concerns among city officials who are now calling for harsher penalties for people who partake in them. We spoke to folks today, many of them who say they were here celebrating after the Puerto Rican Day Festival and Parade at Mitchell Park. That official event, sponsored by Milwaukee County, ended at 7 p.m.
How was this organized? Do you know? I don't know, but we just outside. Are you concerned about if this is illegal? Hell no, we outside, Puerto Rican on top.
And TJ, like you mentioned, Common Council proposing an ordinance change to stop these street takeovers, and the mayor supports it.
Rhea, that new ordinance of $500 minimum citations, even for people just caught spectating at one of these events. We've also reached out to MPD tonight to learn about arrests and injuries. We've yet to hear back, but when we do, we'll bring those details to you.
All right, TJ Dysart reporting
they don't
for us
grab
live.
all the black people standing around. You know how they do the stop and frisk. No, man, look, they only thing I could think of is this. Only thing I could think of is when I see this. Hey, they having a great time. They shutting down the block. That's that Tokyo drift. They having a good time. Look, I'm telling you, I don't think the city, if they didn't give nobody no tickets already, like didn't they say a couple weeks ago they was gonna give people tickets? These people is not worried about them tickets. They doing the donuts, they blocking off the streets. Hey, they said it was a Puerto Rican day, and they turned up. What he say? Puerto Ricans on top. That's what he said. And it was just a news article. I was going to play it on the show today. Milwaukee's first Puerto Rican Day Parade. They just had the first Puerto Rican Day Parade. They just had that. So I guess this was the aftermath. So we kind of know where this is coming from, DJ brother. It ain't no mystery about who actually involved in this. So, hey, I want to see how they handle this. I haven't heard that they gave out tickets yet. It looked like they tried to put barricades up, but that was after the damage was done. We're not coming back here. This outlaw. So what you put the barrier? We done. We had our fun. It's over. What you putting the barricades up for? It's not one spot we gonna be at. Ain't no way you gonna be able to tell where they gonna show up. They just showing up and getting busy. Too Fast, Too Furious. It came to Milwaukee South Side, Fast and the Furious. Pretty soon they're gonna be racing up and down the street. It's the beginning. They getting the cars ready. Right now they got the, you can do some donuts. You ain't got to have no fast vehicle to do no donuts. But pretty soon, you see what happened on Fast and Furious. They was racing down the street. You seen they had Ja Rule in the car. They gonna put the knives in it. They gonna hit the knives on you. These cops ain't ready for this. If this is the beginning, this is just the beginning. I always said that they should have opened up the track. That track be down there. You don't see no activity on that track. They need to open up the track so all the speed demons can go and do their thing at the track. You see, T-Pain tried to bring the drifting and all of that to Milwaukee because this is what they doing. All Milwaukee have to do is get ahead of the curve, open up the Milwaukee Mile, have a day for these people, to get the speed demons out. And if you got caught in the street doing something, you get a fine and you could never participate. You can never participate. This is all you got to do. Open up the Milwaukee Bay. Look, y'all got a specific day y'all can have. Whatever y'all racing, whatever y'all trying to do, y'all can't sue nobody. Get the waivers out there, because y'all putting yourself in this harm's way. But at the end of the day, it's not gonna stop. This is what they doing. I would set some time and say, hey, y'all can have the Milwaukee Mile on Sunday evenings from this time to this time. Y'all can race y'all cars, y'all can drift, and then if you get caught out here breaking the law or get something reckless on your records, you can't participate no more. If y'all want to join the conversation, 833-212-1017. I ain't even opened up the lines yet today. So if y'all want to comment on anything we talked about on the show today, 833-212-1017. Hit me up in the talk to text. Y'all already know the chat going crazy. Christopher Giles in the chat says Vin Diesel and Tyrese and Ludacris in Milwaukee. Hey, I don't know. They saying they having fun. I don't know. All I'm saying is the bigger solution is, do we have a space? Because when I was out in Iowa and Minnesota, they had the races, where people would get out on the figure eight, or the speed demons would get together on their time and they would race their cars and they would build their cars and they would do all the speed demon stuff, the speed activities, and it was on a small scale. Y'all, it's just gonna get worse. All we gotta do is keep up with the times. Milwaukee's so far behind on their innovative ideas. I'm not saying I'm for the reckless, because if you reckless driving, you need to go up under the jail. First of all, let's establish that. Let's establish if you out here putting innocent lives at risk, you need to get what you got coming to you, regardless. But if you're a forward thinker and you see all these people and this is what the people want, and we got a huge track out there that I don't even see what they even doing with it. The Milwaukee Mile. NASCAR when the last time NASCAR used the Milwaukee Mile? I don't know. Well, I don't know what they doing over there. But wouldn't that be an opportunity to get folks to hey, y'all can get, this is y'all day from this time to this time, but y'all can't do it out on the street. We got Eddie on the lines. Eddie, you're on the new 1017 The Truth. Tap in.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
Good day, Tory Lowe. How you doing today?
Hey, how you doing, Brother Eddie?
Tory, I just don't understand the youth of today. Back when I was a young man, we would have potato sack races. We would play croquet. We'd have lawn darts. We'd have taffy poles, right? We'd bob for apples. Tory, tug of war was a big deal to us. And I don't understand all this speed and malfeasance, Tory. I don't understand any of it, Tory. Am I out of date? Is that what it is, Tory? Has time passed me by?
Do you still got a mullet?
Do I still have a motor? Is that
mullet.
what you said?
It's like the mullet hairstyle.
Do I have a mullet? Listen,
I'm just asking.
Your haircut's called the cracker. And you're
is that what it's
yelling
called?
at me about my. Remember when you got your hair cut? What?
I got it cut now.
You got the haircut, and I told you what to call that cut when I was in football in high school, right? We called it the cracker.
Oh, wow.
We all went and got that cut. Give me the cracker. Give me the cracker. I want the cracker.
Oh, so it's
and
not
you
a mullet.
got
It's called the cracker. How did the cracker?
Well, Tory, hold it, Tory. I can say the C word, and you can't. Zach can't, and nobody at your station can except me, Tory.
I'm a half cracker. I can say it.
You can. No, I'm devastated. Tory, I can't even order soup at a restaurant anymore, okay? That's how bad, that's how sensitive I am, Tory, to that word, okay? I just want you guys to know that, all right? So anyway, the speed's going to kill somebody, Tory. I mean, back in my day, don't get me wrong, Tory, I would take my Yamaha motorcycle over the Hone Bridge at 165 miles an hour. But I'm telling these kids not to do that, okay? Don't do what I did. Do what I want you to do, and I don't want them to do that, Tory. It was different in my day. We were a different breed of men, Tory Lowe.
You actually drove a motorcycle over 100 miles an hour, Eddie?
Are you serious?
I'm just asking.
Every day when I was probably Zach's age, it would be nothing for me to go to work and hit like 155 up 43 northbound, kind of by Cedarburg, kind of by Grafton, and then slow it down on my way to the dairy. Okay? Yes, Tory, I was a man, but we were more manly back then. We were harder and tougher and faster and quicker, and we were just different, Tory. We were what women want. And they don't have anymore, Tory.
Well, you sound like you had a lead foot on the gas, like you had a heavy foot. I did,
Tory. Some guys drink, some guys do drugs or gamble. I've always been a speeder. Ever since I was a boy, I had to go faster than the other boys on their big wheels, okay?
Oh, wow.
Speed's always been my thing. And the cappuccinos don't help, Tory. Drinking all this coffee don't help nothing, okay? I got to go. Guys, have a good day.
All right,
bye.
Eddie. Thank you for tapping in. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I've got to share that I am also a beneficiary of the Old National Bank Empowerment Loan Program. So, Tracy, with that being said, what is the Empowerment Loan Program?
Great. Well, the Empowerment Loan Program is a special purpose loan program that we launched 2 years ago. It has been a success. It was something, again, near and dear to the heart of not only our chairman and CEO, but just our organization as a whole. We work with contractors, consulting firms, retail food operations, daycares. In fact, so far, we've approved $50 million of loans to minority and women-owned businesses within a 2-year period.
And for those that are now leaning more into this conversation, what's the best way to get in contact with you as part of their interest in the Empowerment Loan Program?
I'm going to give you my cell phone number to the listeners. It's 414-687-7393. And if that doesn't work, feel free to reach me at my email, tracy.meeks@oldnational.com.
Tracy Meeks, Senior Vice President, Community Lending Market Executive from Old National Bank.
Get that jump start to a fulfilling career at Carroll University through majors such as video game design, music therapy, pre-law, and over 90 additional majors. Carroll University is Wisconsin's oldest university. Founded in 1846, Carroll offers students small class sizes, personalized attention, and a generous financial aid package while they receive a cutting-edge education. Learn more at carrollu.edu. That's carrollu.edu.
Bikers need protection, not just from other drivers, but unfortunately from insurance companies too. If you've been injured in a motorcycle crash, call Gruber Law Offices today. Bikers are often blamed for causing the accident because the insurance companies simply don't want to pay. At Gruber Law Offices, we've been fighting for injured bikers and their families for more than 30 years. Trust us to fight for what you deserve. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Dreaming of owning your first home? Milwaukee Habitat for Humanity can help make it happen. With little to no down payment and average monthly mortgage payments of $950, you can build a brand new home you love without breaking the bank. And you won't do it alone. Habitat provides the coaching, education, and support to guide you every step of the way. Stop renting and invest in a new home you can truly call your own. Visit MilwaukeeHabitat.org to learn more.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
They say that I'm crazy, and sometimes I feel like I'm crazy. But I know I'm not crazy. And my mistakes don't make me. all break me. They say that I'm crazy, and sometimes I feel like I'm crazy. But I know I'm not crazy. And my mistakes don't make me. It's the way God made me. They say that I'm crazy.
Truth Nation, if you're looking for a new school for your kindergarten through 8th grade student, I have the right place for you. Have you heard of Milwaukee College Prep? For nearly 3 decades, MCP has been removing unfair barriers for children in Milwaukee. At MCP, they support the entire child. They offer pre-K mental health services, nutritional support, intervention services, and after-school programs. This is in addition to our character-first approach to learning, and most importantly, your child will receive a high-quality education as every MCP campus earned a 4-star rating, exceeding expectations on the 2023-24 DPI report cards. To set up your school visit MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com. Once again, to set up a visit, go to MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com. All right, there is a crazy video that's been circling online from Milwaukee where an SUV ended up turned up on the side of a house, lands vertically against the home, and there's a pastor that lives there at the home too. This is at Sherman and North. Says the family inside was not injured. But how do you get a vehicle, an SUV, to flip up and land vertically on somebody's house? You got to be doing that's some Grand Theft Auto. That's some Grand Theft Auto type stuff right there, DJ Brother Z. Only time I see vans acting, flipping, and doing all kinds of stuff crazy like this is on the video games. Well, it seemed like the video games is coming to fruition. They kids was sitting there playing Grand Theft Auto all these years, and now they bringing the live action to the streets because this van is flipped up upside the house. We got video if you're watching, and as we broadcast live, Truth Nation. Let's listen.
Vertically into a home in Milwaukee after a crash overnight. Look at this. That crash happened around 2 a.m. near Sherman and North. 12 News' Duke Carter spoke exclusively with the homeowner who is asking drivers to slow down.
It seemed a bit surreal because I had never seen a vehicle, a car in a vertical position after making impact.
Pastor Demetrius Williams never thought he would awaken to a vehicle slamming into his home, but it landing vertically. A room filled with sentimental items, now debris.
It took me a while to really figure out what was going on.
Williams describes a chaotic scene moments after the crash when first responders arrived.
Fire trucks were already here just before the police arrived. And I saw two people, a young man and a young woman, kind of climbing out of the truck.
Surveillance video 12 News obtained shows the moments after the crash. You can see a gentleman gets out the vehicle and later a woman, both appearing disoriented.
There was a young man and a young woman sitting on the sidewalk over here, and I could tell that he was injured.
Williams, though, hoping people will slow down.
Yeah, it's quite disturbing because it's disruptive to our life. Now we have to have it repaired and secured.
The tenant here tells me that they're going to work with a contractor to get the awning replaced as well as this wall that's now completely boarded to try to get the home get back to normal as best as possible. Reporting in Milwaukee, Duke Carter,
Wow.
WYD.
Wow. I mean, I just stared at this video like, what do you got to do? How you got to, I don't even know, DJ Brother Z. I remember a while back, a couple years back, near Port Washington and Capitol, where there was a reckless driver that ramped the hill and went the car airborne and went through the side of the house. So I'm going to tell you right now, y'all got to be more careful. That's why I try to tell y'all every show. What I tell y'all? Keep your head on the swivel. And green don't always mean go. And y'all, some people didn't, they didn't understand that. But these folks is let loose right now. That's, on that reckless driving is out of control. Keep your head on the swivel now. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll be joined on the lines by advocate author Elizabeth Brown. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Life's better with American Family Insurance, because whether it's a family road trip in your dream car or hosting a family reunion in your dream home, we help you feel protected so you can enjoy those dreams with peace of mind. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Here is Tory Lowe with his truth.
As I reflect on my journey, I'm reminded of God's blessings and guidance. I've been fortunate enough to accomplish some remarkable feats, including walking 750 miles from Milwaukee to Washington, D.C. in honor of the Civil Rights Movement. I also walked against violence from Milwaukee to Chicago and back for 7 consecutive years. My feet are still recovering, but my spirit remains strong. I've been privileged to advocate for victims of police brutality, search for missing persons, and participate in numerous protests. Last year, I was honored to visit the White House with my colleagues from 1017 The Truth to discuss pressing issues in the Black community with the Biden administration. Throughout my broadcasting career, I've received several first-place Wisconsin Broadcast Association awards for the Tory Lowe Show. I've also had the opportunity to be part of ESPN 94.5's Packer pregame show at Lambeau Field. As I look back, I am grateful for the incredible journey. Salute to my brothers and sisters on the front lines. And thank you for your tireless efforts and dedication. We're in this together, and I could not have done anything without the love and support of my community. I want to remind you to keep pushing forward, stay vigilant, keep your head on a swivel, green don't always mean go, and look both ways before you cross the street. And always look out for one another. In 2025, we still got a lot of work to do. God bless you, and I love you.
This has been Truth Takes on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Listen to The Tory Lowe Show weekdays from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat, brought to you by FidelityWealthManagement.com. Media mogul Byron Allen is ready to sell his big portfolio of TV stations. He has about $1 billion invested in TV, with stations broadcasting in 21 different markets. Bloomberg TV host Romaine Bostick knows Allen and spoke about why he initially got into the TV business to begin with back in the 90s.
He hit upon this idea that you can kind of create really low-cost content, and you can get the local stations to pick it up for next to nothing, with the caveat that they would air this at like midnight or 2 a.m., and then he would get the ad revenue. He took this idea from his kitchen table and built this into $1 billion business. His net worth now, based on Bloomberg estimates, $700 to $800 million.
Allen bought niche content outlets like the Weather Channel on the premise it was cheap to produce but could rake in money. The fact that he's selling shows that this business model is treading water in a media landscape flooded with platforms and content today. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. With the Green Bay Packers set to begin mandatory minicamp on Tuesday, they are releasing star cornerback Jair Alexander. That is according to multiple reports after the team had explored a possible trade this offseason and a failed restructured contract negotiation. Over to baseball, where the Milwaukee Brewers fell to the Padres 1-0 on Sunday afternoon. They lost the game and the series, falling 2 out of 3 to the Padres. They'll open a series this evening against the Atlanta Braves. First pitch is set for this evening at 6:40. And lastly, over to the NBA, where the Oklahoma City Thunder have evened up the NBA Finals at 1 game apiece with a 123-107 win over the Indiana Pacers. Game 3 is scheduled for Wednesday. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
You are listening to the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
There you go.
Seven The Truth, Tory Lowe Show, DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Joining me as we broadcast live on social media. Hey, look, we got Elizabeth Brown. Y'all can see her as we broadcast live on social media on YouTube. I'm gonna tell you this. How you doing, Elizabeth Brown? It's good.
Hey, salute. It's Monday.
Absolutely,
it's good to be seen. Good to see you too. Salute,
salute. If y'all watching this rebroadcast live, you'll see Elizabeth Brown talking live. Not on the lines, but live.
That part.
Hey, how you doing, Queen?
It's Monday in Milwaukee. I mean, what can I say? We working.
Well, we've been talking about emotional impulsiveness. I started out the show talking about the emotional impulsiveness, acting on emotions without fully thinking through the consequences. And when we talk about violence in the community, because we got the walk coming up July 12th, many times we got to put out things to educate people on what to look for and to educate these young people on how to control their emotions. Many times it's grown-ups, that have these kind of impulses that, even with abuse with kids. Hey, I told you to stop that or I'm going to knock your head off. You know what I mean? We talked about that kind of behavior and how to spot it and to educate people to think things through.
Absolutely. I think, it's a season of learning because a lot of what our children do is what they've seen us do. It's a chain reaction. Emotional intelligence, especially for our community, because, again, we were trained backwards. And that is to react instead of thinking first, walking through certain processes and procedures of being able to reflect beforehand. We know that in the city of Milwaukee, everything that comes inside our community or come on top of our community, we're so reactionary. I think right now it's time to auto check adults and children alike. I mean, including myself. We have to think first. And the main idea, what we've been talking about on the Tory Lowe Show for years, is that internal, going inward, and handling the battles that we have inside of ourselves. Because, again, it's easy to be triggered. A lot of us don't have the emotional intelligence that we should have due to the facts of the side effects of all of the trauma that we have been going through, from PTSD to, again, when we're talking about our children, we can't forget the lead poisoning that causes, the reactions,
emotional impulsiveness,
that a lot of our children are showing, and they're given no mercy due to that, knowing that the system has a lot to do with a lot of our children's being able to react in certain instances. So I mean, we really damned if we do and we damned if we don't. But the
Well,
reality
I
is,
see a
when we
lot of
know better.
adults. True, kids.
But I mean, again,
Hey.
like I stated, I am a product of the city of Milwaukee, and I was also lead poisoned, and I also had, emotional issues where it was, you're easily triggered. Not understanding a lot of times. I mean, I was blessed that there wasn't any, major consequences that I didn't step outside the line that hard. But the reality of it is, it's like, now that we understand what's truly going on, it's time to, like I said, auto check the man, woman, and child,
And teach,
about our emotional.
Education comes from the home as well. Like I tell people,
Right.
like you're the largest teacher of your child. Or if you're a guardian and you have children around, if you teach them, many times when we teach kids things, they don't know if they're supposed to learn it or not. So
No.
the insufficient education usually comes from the adult around. You know what I mean? Because kids don't know. You teach them how to do something, they don't know they're not supposed to be doing that.
Right. A lot of it is passed down. Like I stated,
Right.
a lot of these learned behaviors, even with us as adults, a lot of the learned behaviors, again, we're talking about a group of people who have been handled rough on every level. I mean, we're met with resistance, brutal resistance, no matter what. Where we at? Being in the wrong neighborhood, we're being shot. Jogging in the neighborhood, we're being shot. Again, when we talk about the foundation of emotional intelligence, hurt people usually only know how to hurt people in ironic behavior, or ironically, when we run into these systems and how we're being met with brutal force, it's hard to try to maintain any calmness outside of what we're being faced with.
Well, I'll say this: education and maturity, because I came up with the worst, from the worst pot. And I always say, like, education was always key. You know what I mean? Always being able to get the good information and add it to yourself as quickly as possible. Because
Absolutely.
nobody taught me none of this. What I'm telling folks, I had to get out here and look for the information and seek for the knowledge. You know what I mean? But it's always the correct way to really address certain things, especially as you get older, as you mature. Many times I see kids fighting each other. They'll be playing 1 minute, then somebody got the ball, and then they smack them because they don't know. But these are teachable moments, and I always try to tell people, even though we didn't have the knowledge, now with the vast resources with technology, a lot of times the knowledge or something that can lead you down the right direction is at the tip of your fingertips.
Absolutely. But again, you also have to be able to receive that. Like I said,
That's why I said you got to be able to add it to yourself. Yeah.
Absolutely. And when we're talking about our children, we're talking about ourselves. A lot of us in our community, again, we haven't had the repair that's needed. A lot of us don't have the means. When we talk about, thinking logically and being able to be emotionally intelligent and being able to move in certain spaces and places on levels that we haven't seen. Okay, because I mean, when we're talking about not just.
Well, I say emotionally impulsiveness is something we can work on. We don't have to go around to go nowhere to figure that out. We know that it's causing us a lot of miscommunication with our inner selves. So that is something you can work on, like, without having to go outside of your house. You know what I mean?
It is, if you're capable of doing that. Again, we're talking about lead poisoning. We're talking about mental illness. We're talking about PTSD. You understand what I'm saying? Right. So we're a community of people who haven't been repaired. there haven't been, because I mean, technically, even when you're dealing with individuals who are dealing with, who have had therapy and then were traumatized due to therapy, because again,
Well, I've seen therapists that didn't went crazy.
Absolutely.
I had to deal with therapists
I mean,
that didn't was one argument short of losing it.
Tory, right now, like I said, you know, it's a beautiful thing that we're having a conversation, but we have to make sure that we have to also be realistic. Okay. Like when we did the Clipper and cop thing, and then you have cops telling our children not to run, but with the traumas that we've seen from the police, how we've been treated, it's hard to tell somebody not to run or not fear when every time they've seen you, you were either brutalizing somebody they love or brutalizing them. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And then when you're raised in a toxic environment, how do you put your hands down when all you know how to do is fight?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
And like I said,
So,
I dropped out in the 7th grade, so I had those impulsive ideas.
Absolutely.
But
we all
what I'm
have.
saying is, it's got to come a point where you got to take in that, okay, what can I do to try to mitigate some of this? And if that never takes place, it's a wrap for you. Like, if you never take the time to reevaluate some of the things that you can do personally without having to talk to somebody, without having to reach outside yourself. And we always talk about inner healing, healing the inside, you know, working on yourself.
Absolutely.
You know, this is an important part of the process of making change as well, because this is how we have to grow. This is probably the large part of our growth, is what we are able to learn and implement in ourselves.
Absolutely.
That's probably like the largest part of it.
And it is, but we also have to make sure that, you know, in going internal, you have to understand the external issues that we have. Because again, the domestic, the impulsiveness of America against our people.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm like, we also have to make sure that we're, again, I think it's pivotal that we're doing a great job right now, because we're having a conversation about emotional intelligence, and how do we get to that as adult and as children, because again, I have to personally say I'm a work in progress. It depends on, you know, because we're dealing with a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And we're the only group of people that don't get a second chance. You know,
well, look what the guy did when he punched the 3 officers. Hey,
that's all I'm saying.
And the female.
That's all I'm saying.
So, hey.
And survived.
And ran, pants sagging and everything. Hey.
Only in America.
Well, hey, look, when we come back, I want to get your final thoughts on the show today, Elizabeth Brown. Truth Nation. Stay like that right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app and 1017thetruth.com.
Summerfest is back, and the award-winning 1017 The Truth has got you covered. With free tickets, Truth Nation, to the world's largest outdoor festival. Tune into The Truth all week and listen for your cue to call and a chance to win an 18-pack of tickets to Summerfest.
Benjamin, I know you lying.
No, Nutty Juice, you heard that right. It's an 18-pack of tickets so your friends and family can enjoy Summerfest on us. So stay tapped into The Truth so you do not miss your chance to enjoy the biggest party on the lakefront. Summerfest is presented by our founding partner, American Family Insurance.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design.
Great impressions.
Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
What fills your cup? Those things, big and small, that make each day rewarding. Here's what fills our cup at Educators Credit Union. When you walk in the lobby and see your favorite teller, cultivating financial literacy to build stronger communities. When we help you buy a home when you didn't think it was possible. The best part? Seeing you leave with a smile because we made a difference in your life. It fills our cup to see you succeed because we're more than a financial. We're people helping people. Educators Credit Union, achieving more together. Insured by NCUA.
Hey there, did you hear? There are still spots open for Girl Scout Summer Camp 2025.
Whether you're into water activities, arts and crafts, sports and games, exploring nature, or even horseback riding, there's a camp just for you.
Choose from GSY's day camps, overnight camps, community day camps, or Camp Hero.
Bring a friend and get ready for a summer full of adventure, friendship, and leadership.
Register today and let's make this the best summer ever, Girl Scout style.
Immerse yourself in a place where bold ideas are sought after, where all are encouraged to bring their personal flourish. Here, innovation is a way of life. In this city, the beat flows. Together, we're dancing to the rhythm, forward. Now, it's your turn to grab hold of that energy, where you'll remember not just the meals, the celebrations, or the uncommon coast. What you'll remember is how we made you feel. Come experience Milwaukee, where fresh meets fearless every day.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app at 1017thetruth.com.
I turned shorty up, sipping on that 1942. I got my 42. Oh, you got your 42. I got 40 of them.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Elizabeth Brown, another powerful conversation queen.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Let me get your final thoughts on the show today.
I mean, powerful. Again, like I said, I think we're in a pivotal time of not only learning but teaching, like you stated. Our emotional intelligence, again, is chess and not checkers. And one thing that I've learned, and I'm teaching my daughter, and I had to learn the hard way myself, is that strategy. If somebody's able to, outside of you, is able to get you triggered, then you lose the game. You know, and the main idea, a lot of us have been bamboozled and hoodwinked due to the fact of how we've been treated in this country, and our traumas is easily triggered when people say certain words or do certain things, and you become a more powerful player when you understand the game and that you have the power to change your mind and change your life. And I think we working.
Hey, look, Queen. Hey, good to see you on the video now. You know Truth Nation.
Hey.
They missed you. They don't see you in the studio, so we get to get you on the V-Mix.
Absolutely. We gonna make it happen by any means necessary. So salute. It's good to be seen. It's good to see you. And it's up.
All right, Queen. Well, look, I appreciate you for being on the front lines as usual. We got a lot of work to do.
Absolutely. Hey, let's get it, King. One love.
All right, I'll talk to you soon. All right, DJ Brother Z.
All right, Queen. All right, Tory Lowe from 104. Green don't always mean go. Let's get it.
All right, look, thank you for everybody that joined the show today. Be safe. Salute to everybody in the chat and the talk to text.
Yeah. We love y'all.
Keep your head on a swivel. Green don't always mean go, and look both ways before you cross the streets. I love you. Dr. Ken Harris up next. Glittering may not be gold, don't let nobody play me. If you are my homeboy.